guys, okay? What's up, everybody? Well, hopefully, okay, somehow or rather, I don't know why it started streaming on YouTube side again, but I am not expecting anything out of it at this point. Yeah, I'm genuinely not expecting anything out of it. If it wants to work, it works. If it doesn't, then fuck it. Yeah, we can't do anything about YouTube streams, yeah. It's working, but probably not in the way it should be working. Yeah, but it's fine. We can't get everything that we want here. Well, hello, yes, hello everybody. Yes, today very late stream because I really wanted to get my edit out by like by roughly either trying to remember. I was hoping to get it by 10 by the way, but I couldn't get it out at all. Yeah, I completely couldn't get it out. It was so sad. I was like, what the hell? When I tried to edit the stream a bit there. Okay, vertical. Okay, let me just somehow it is working. I'm just gonna leave it be. Today will be a test for YouTube side. So hopefully we get something out of YouTube. If not, yeah, this will be the end of YouTube. But hello everybody! Oh my lovely people! Oh my god! Crazy is here, Chicks is here, Riri is here. Hello! Hello everybody! Oh my lovely people! Yeah, today very simple. I first of all, I was so late for the stream. Yeah, not gonna lie, I was editing while watching an anime, guys. Look, can you blame me? Okay, I need something to freaking fry this ADHD brain of mine. Okay, it needed another form of what I call this dopamine hit. Okay, dopamine. Oh my god, what anime? Fuck. What anime? That's a good question actually. I have. Let me. I think it's. Here, wait. Where was it? My history. The fragrant flower blooms with dignity. Yes. I was like, you know what? Let's just watch a sappy one. Yeah, let's just watch a sappy romantic anime, I guess. Yeah, why not? Yeah, you know, if you like My Darling, right, then you will probably like this one. Yeah, if you like My Darling, you'll probably like this one. It's like they're both hand in hand. Yeah. I don't know. Oh my god, this anime. How should I even describe this anime? It hit me in like the worst ways possible, and like it basically just showed me how much I missed during my high school. Like, holy shit. Because okay, to get you guys up to speed, right? I lived under pretty strict parents, or at least like even now I still live under pretty strict parents. So the thing is, when I was watching this anime, right, and the parents are just dying to have their kid, right, bring over their friends, right, to their house, right. I never got that treatment, guys. Fun fact. For all 10 years of my life, right, other than my next door neighbor, right, no one else has stepped into my house as my friend, okay, as my friend. Yeah, as my friend, right, for 10 years straight, right, I can only remember one friend for 10 years straight. I never got to even be able to bring a single one of my friends into my apartment. It's because my family keeps saying that the room is very messy, everything's very messy. It's like, well, every time the thought of me trying to bring my what do you call this, my friends over, right, they always say, why did you bring them? You know? Like, it's just immediately, why do you bring them? Yeah. it was due to other reasons. I feel bad for you. Yeah, and because of that, I'm gonna be honest with you, alright. It completely stunted my social growth. That's one. The thought of having friends, right, is a absolute utter privilege. And anything past that, to me, right, is something that was not possible. Yeah. I think I only got one friend over because I mostly didn't have friends to want to bring over. Okay. To let you know how bad the situation was, right? It's the fact that, right, it was so bad to the point that I couldn't even bring my closest friend. More like I couldn't voice out that I wanted to bring my closest friend to my house. I've been to their houses, and their parents were fine with it. I've been to their houses, okay? But the thing is that I know if I even mention a smidget of me trying to bring my friends over to my house, most likely it will get absolutely rejected. It was very bad. I think that like none of basically my entire household was just like locked. Yeah, basically. Yeah, my closest friend who I completely lost contact by now already, by the way. Like there was like something like 15. No, not 15. 14? 12-ish? Around there, okay? Like around there, I really like lost like contacts with pretty much all of them. Because things that between all my classmates, right, I was the most solitude one out of everyone there. Yeah. Because I just didn't know how to make friends. Because the thing is that the ultimatum is that you bring your friends to your house, you know? That's like the ultimate way to do it. Yeah. But the thing is that has never happened to me, even if I tried to do that. Yeah. Yeah, that was the ultimatum, you know? Yeah. I think I only got, what I call this? I never wanted friends over at my house because it didn't feel right for some reason. I think, okay, for Min's case, I know why. It's a bit different. Your case is a bit different. Yours is not because of parents strict. No, the thing is that you had a choice. I didn't. It genuinely, now I'm thinking about it as an adult, right? It made me... I was watching the anime, right? And then they were like bringing over their friends and everything. It made me angry. Very angry, I'll be honest with you. But the thing is that, well, there's nothing I can do about it anymore. I'm like way older than I should be. Right, there's one when it comes down to things like this. Yeah. That's why I was like, god damn. It's tough. It's tough when I saw... It made me feel very inferior. I don't know how to describe it. It made me feel so inferior when the thought of my friends are able to bring their friends over to their houses, right? I don't know what they're doing there, okay? I'm just gonna say, yeah, whatever. But the thing is that I always can go to other people's house, but no one can come to my house. And because of that, right, me having my own room right now, right, in my house, right, is a fucking privilege. Well, the thing is that at least, right, now I have my own room, right? I can invite people into my room, not my house. You see how you can kind of see how that is quite crazy. Even when I'm speaking out, right, I realize how like insane that is. But the thing is that yeah, it's bad. My even to this day, right? I'm okay. I'm just gonna tell you guys. Okay, I'm 26. Okay, to this day, okay. 26 years old, right? If I bring any friend over, right, they will flip their fucking head off. I was like, I'm 26. I get it. I don't have my own house. I fuck it. I don't have my own house. Whatever. But the thing is that I'm fucking 26. I should have someone over. You know what I mean? Just as a chill thing. But the thing is that, holy shit, that's why I when I see high school people and then they like mention that their high school was so good, I'm like, there's this anger. I don't know. I guess it's definitely childhood trauma. It's definitely a childhood trauma thing. Yeah, but again, I don't blame my parents because they are very closed off compared to most other parents. But I get it. It's all usually for like a good purpose. But the thing is, to do it to a point where like I can only invite my neighbors, by the way, because my parents knew them. That's the only reason why my neighbors were able to come over, because my parents knew them. Keyword, knew. Oh my god, I the more I think about it, the more I get a little bit like frustrated. Yeah, like it takes me off. It takes me off. Yeah, as I was looking at this, right, I wanted to like also I went up to YouTube and then I'm like, you know, let's search something on Singapore. Yeah, let's search something on Singapore and see how like if there are any like interesting videos on Singapore today. If I want to react to them, you know. Yeah, but again, end of the day, I do not blame my parents. I know why they did it, and me having the similar mindset to them because of like, you know, my upbringing, right? I completely understand, like completely, like genuinely, me like I wouldn't want to bring like people over, like the you need to socialize, you need to clean up after their shit, you need to. What if they break something? What if they do this? What if they do? It's like there's just too many things to consider, and it's really like if you're a very hermit person, right? It really feels very restricting. Oh my god, I can't even describe to you, yeah, how much stress it would bring me, right, if I have to invite people over. But the difference is that, okay, the difference between me and my parents is that, right, at least, right, I am willing. You know, I'll be like, you know what, fuck it, I'll bite the bullet. At least I have a good time. You know, I'll bite the bullet and at least I have a good time. Even if it's like, even if I have to deal with the aftermath of it, fuck it, you know. At least there's a memory. Yeah, but instead I did not have that memory. I feel like it was robbed from me, but it's fine. Yeah, that's something that I feel like I could never get back, I think, and I don't know. Watching that anime made me feel very annoyed. It's like, god, fucking hell. Oh my god, I don't want to sound resentful or spiteful or any synonyms, but Jesus, oh my god, and some more the mom in the anime cried, right, when the main protagonist brought her his friends over. I'm like, it tilted me. And oh my god, it was a good thing that I'm a lover of like what do you call this? A lover of romance animes. If not, I think, right, I would just like close. I would just close it. I'm not gonna. I shouldn't put myself through this level of like wound reopening, if that's the word I use. That's why I'm so bad at talking with people. That's why I'm like I can don't talk to people for years, months even, and I can still treat you guys the same. But I know it's not the same for everyone, because who like what kind of friend would not talk to you for so many donkey years, you know? Yeah, because that's me. I'm that friend, because I hate to say it, right? Friends is optional to me. As crazy as that sounds, but I know it's crazy I say that. It's optional. Yeah. Because and it's because of my upbringing. Yeah. It's optional. I don't really, it's not that I don't need friends. It's the fact that I will socialize, and I will be the most like charming / I guess try to be the most charming, try to be the most attractive person in the room, right? But right, I'll leave that room, right, with no friends. That's me. That's me. Yeah. And I had a lot of people have brought that up to me before. Yeah. A lot of people have brought that up to me. It's like after a party or something like that. I remember a few times they're like, why are you just sitting here alone? Why are you just? I'm like, fuck. Now I need to go back into the spiel of socializing, right? I just God, no. Yeah. Of course, you know, I'll put up a very strong front and I'll be like charming again. I'll be like, oh no, it's okay. I was just looking at my phone, and you know, yeah. So it's just that mindset, yeah. And again, I know it's not healthy. It's not. I fucking hell, I hate that I'm this type of person. But it will take so much years of therapy for me to fix this. It will take too much years of therapy for me to fix this. Way too much. Yeah. And hello Nick. Hello. Hope you're doing great, by the way. Yeah, it will take too much years of therapy, and I don't want to spend that fucking money, guys. Please, I don't want to spend that money. Yeah. That money needs to go somewhere more productive, somewhere more beneficial to my what I call this, I guess, growth. You know? Yeah, like food. Exactly. Min got, yeah, exactly. Get that right. She got that right. Got that. Yeah, but it's fine. But that's why I wanted to stream, because I feel like streaming is like a way that I can slowly crack at this very thick wall of mine. But again, it will require me to meet people in real life. And I'll be honest with you guys. Yeah, I'm not the best at that. Yeah. Watching TikTok summaries instead of therapy. What's up, Noko? Hello. Oh my god, everybody here. Oh my lovely needs. Look at you guys over there running around. Ah yes, hello. Oh my god.
Hi.
Yeah, but either ways, the anime itself, if you ask me right, with the story being this good, right, like okay, I'm gonna be honest with you, the Fragrant Flower, right, Blooms with Dignity, that anime, the story is really well written. If I can feel something like this, right, it means it's really well written. So I'm not even gonna penalize it in any shape or form, because I can just relate. I can straight up just relate. Like yeah. Because end of the day, right, Singapore is just a smaller Japan. Yeah. Singapore is just a smaller Japan. Yeah. Oh, I hope you get it too. Yeah, but Singapore is just a smaller Japan. So stuff like animes like this, right, is very relatable. Yeah, very extremely relatable. Yeah, if you stay in Singapore before, right, you'll understand why, right, anime for us, right, is basically like one-to-one. Yeah, anything you talk in Japan, right, is very relatable in Singapore. Yeah, that's why Singaporeans and Japanese people, right, we honestly we can interact quite well. Yeah. Because we are both, I would say both countries are both in the same point of view. Yeah, that both people needs to be, both sides need to be really kind, both sides need to be really like ups, both sides need to be always prim and proper, you know? Yeah. That's why I'm even now as I'm on stream, right, I know I'm supposed to let loose on stream and whatnot, right? I can't. It's so difficult. I don't know how people do it. Oh, good night, crazy. Make sure to have a good sleep, okay? Yeah. No worries. Yeah, don't be zombie. Yeah. I feel like me streaming this late, right, is crazy also, but I also feel bad. My bad, okay, my bad. It's not intentional. It's not intentional. I swear. I wanted to okay. Now guys, I'm going to fix my what do you call this? Short upload time, okay? My shorts. It's always going to be either, right, 10 to 11 or 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. That's going to be the shorts upload time. I have decided that that's going to be the bracket now. Because the thing is, I think, right, not having a fixed bracket, right, is bad now. Because fun fact, I uploaded one short, right, like at 10 p.m. You know what happened to that shot? It blew the fuck up, by the way. I was like, am I the problem then? Is it me? Was I the reason why my shot was not doing well? Shit. I was like, shit, what am I doing, dude? I fucking self-sabotage. Actual self-sabotage, guys. Literally walking bomb. That's what I am. Twitch, please do not take this as me being a cough cough. Yeah. Exclamation mark bomb. Okay. And you're flying. Well, fair. Yeah. That's why but guys, I recommend watch the anime. It's good. Even the name is fucking nice. The fragrant flower blooms with dignity. Yeah. I recommend it. I genuinely fucking recommend it. Like, it's very relatable. It's so disgustingly relatable. I hate it. I hate this show it's so good. It's so good. I couldn't help it. I was editing and I was just watching the show. I was like, as I was editing, I was just getting angrier as I was editing. I know I shouldn't be watching this, but fucking hell, I was just getting angry as I was editing. And that's why the whole time I was like talking to Min as well while I was editing. It was bad. Fuck. It was bad. I was like, Jesus fucking Christ. I was like, oh please. Oh god. Let me finish this. I need to end this. I need to stream. Yeah. But the anime is too good. Oh my god. I'm so glad I didn't watch this anime when it was airing, because I think, right, it will be on my mind every waking hour. Oh my god. Fucking hell. Sappy animes are so addicting. Yeah, no, this one is genuinely so good. Yeah. It's so good. Genuinely. Actually, I'll think about it, right? When it comes down to anime, all this, right? Yeah, is it surprising that I like romance animes? And in fact, right, fun fact, I don't really like animes that don't have some form of inter-conflict. You know what I mean? Like friends fighting, or romance, or basically interpersonal relationships. I like stories that have that type of like bulk in it. Basically, yes, I like to see friends suffer. Yes, that to put it simply, that. Yes. To put it simply, that I like to see friends and couples suffer. That to put it simply, yes. That doesn't mean I like tragedy, by the way. Let me rephrase that. Okay? That doesn't mean I like tragedy. If anything, I love happy endings. I love happy endings because, well, I'm still on my way to my own happy ending, but the thing is that I feel like, right, I haven't gotten a happy ending, right, for a very long time. So happy ending animes for me is like a fantasy that I want to reach, but I know I'll have to work my ass off to reach it, you know? Yeah. It's one of those cases, yeah. It's one of those cases. I like fantasy and isekai, but I'll check out when I can. Yeah. It's slice of life. It's slice of life romance. Yeah. I don't know. I'm not trying to be complex, by the way. I'm not trying to be like yes, I only watch the romance animes because there's a lot more like interactions going on over there. No, that's not me. I just like it when I see like characters seeing the bad side of their ways. I like seeing characters like get worse as they go. I like seeing development, you know. I don't like seeing the same old plain stale stuff. Yeah. The development is always so nice. I feel like people underestimate, right, how good development can be in anime. Oh my god, like holy, people are like saying like slice of anime is so boring. But when slice of anime, when they have development, guys, it's like, whoa! It's like mind-blowing levels of development. I don't know if you guys have watched enough slice of life anime to be able to experience that. You know what I mean? That level of like Yeah, that type. Yeah. There's a few which is like that actually. There's also another one. I think it's called Kura-san. Oh no, Kotokura. Yeah, Kotoura. Yeah, Kotoura-san. Yeah. This one is interesting as fuck. It's literally about basically this was Spy Family before Spy Family came along, kind of like Anna. Yeah. Like before Anya came along. This was the one that I watched before Spy Family even came along. It was so good. Holy shit. It's basically about a girl who can mind read people. But when you're in a world where that is your power, right? And power that is like, you know, you can abuse. And then if you let the abuse go wild, right? You'll see how it destroys your relationships. Yeah, basically it's that type of development. And oh my god, it develops really hard. Like sure, there's a lot of very sus nature things in it, but the development is like, oh my god, it's so beautiful. Yeah. That even though there's a lot of, like, for some reason questionable shots by the writers. But let's not talk about that, yeah. Let's not mention about that. That's not the important part, guys. Okay, by the ways, I'm just gonna put I'm late for stream and I'm wait, how long? The stream has the YouTube stream has been going on for 20 something minutes. Oh, never mind, scratch that. I spoke too soon. Well, never mind, guys. It died. Fucking hell. Oh my god, I give up. Yeah, no, it was working initially, and then it just dies. I have no idea why. Dismiss. Yeah, YouTube site is gone. It's fucking gone, guys. Oh my god. Wait, dismiss. Yeah, YouTube site is gone. Okay, let me just stop YouTube site then. I'm sorry to the YouTube peeps, but you guys are not getting anything today as well. I'll have to make a Vods channel. End of the story, guys. Vods channel. Okay? Yeah, Vods channel. Oh, fucking hell, so annoying. God, it's YouTube. I don't know why. Why you break? Ah, whatever. Sure. Whatever. I hate you, YouTube. I hate you too. Okay. Either ways, yep. Why not? I was like, oh, why if I just search Singapore? What will I get out of it? And then an actually decently interesting one. An actually decently interesting like type of what you call this, I guess documentary? Is it even document? It is like fucking 53 minutes, bro. Do I need to react to 53 minutes of video? It's 53 minutes. Fuck, dude, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna shit my pants for real. Speed up the mouth. Actually, I know. So certain parts I'll probably speed it up. Oh yeah, guys, am I psychotic? Fun fact, I've never sped up my YouTube. I've never watched speed up YouTube before. I've never done that. I've never watched speed up YouTube before. Yeah. Am I psychotic? Cause I know a lot of people just do that while they are bathing. Yeah. If you like the content, then there's no need. That's fair. You make a fair point. Yeah. Okay, let's just see what this is all about, guys. Let's just see what this is all about. Yes, you are psychotic. How am I psychotic? I don't speed up stuff. That's not psychotic. How am I psychotic? Hey, Min, you are the one that say that you cannot take in fast information, okay? So you speeding it up is probably not a good idea, okay? You do overload. You do overload way easier than me, okay? Okay, I speed out a lot of manga narration stuff. Oh, that's true. Yeah, the manga narration stuff is quite boring. Actually, right for that. Okay, let's see what this is.
In many ways, Singapore is a pretty small country. Out of all of the 195 UN member states and observers, Singapore is ranked as only the 176th largest country in terms of land, with only a handful of tiny microstates who are smaller. With only 736 square kilometers of land, Singapore is smaller in land size than even New York City is. But just like New York is, Singapore is a very densely populated...
Wait, nothing on it. You know what's the funny thing? We're not even like close to the smallest country in the entire world, by the way. Like the Vatican City, right? And then I think Singapore is like not even third. We are like the 20th smallest country in the world. Yeah, like 20th. Literally 20th. It's insane. It's insane how how small like there are so many other countries are.
Populated place, and it's really the only true functioning city-state that exists today in the modern world. There are roughly 6 million people who call Singapore their home today, which is large for a city, but still pretty small for a country. Singapore's population would still only rank it in 113th place on the same list of the UN's 195 members and observers, with an amount of people that's roughly equivalent to Denmark. Within its immediate geographic neighborhood in Southeast Asia, Singapore was once pejoratively referred to by its much larger neighbors as the Little Red Dot, a tiny independent nation that was surrounded by giants. On a physical map, you can barely even notice Singapore amongst its peers unless it is explicitly highlighted and pointed out for you.
I'm curious, guys. Is this AI? Is this voiced by AI? Okay, well, it doesn't seem like there's any AI. Okay. I was like, I want to see if there's a more interesting one actually. Like,
and even when adjusting for a population-weighted map, Singapore's size of people still pales in comparison to all of its neighbors. It's a median.
Oh come on, you cannot compare us like this, okay? We are fucking tiny, okay? You cannot compare us. We're like it's ironic, right, guys? Okay, let this sink in, right? Singapore is the smallest country, one of the smallest countries in the world, yes. But yet, right, our biggest export is people and our biggest import is people. We have the least amount of people and yet, right, people are the thing that we give out most. Let that sink in. Let that sink in, okay? Because the only thing that we are useful here, right, is literally just education. That's it. Nothing else. It's all brain here. Yeah, it's all up here. Yeah, it's all in the brain.
Neighbors Malaysia and especially Indonesia have orders of magnitude more people in their countries. And other than the very tiny Brunei, Singapore has the smallest population in the whole region of Southeast Asia.
But that's why Singapore has lesser like civil war, civil whatever fuck, you know? We don't have to deal with that. Let the other countries handle that shit. We don't have to handle this. Like, not at all. We don't have to. It's not even something that we need to even think about.
When you look at Singapore through a different kind of lens, beyond geographic size and population, with an economic lens, Singapore will suddenly appear as a relative colossus, especially in relation to its smaller physical and human sizes.
We have so much
this
money.
Lens, the little red dot is no longer so little. And that's because with a nominal GDP of 548 billion US dollars as of 2025, Singapore...
Wait. We have that much money and we are still suffering in terms of like our... We have that much money, guys. We have so much money. We have so much fucking money, and yet we still struggle with housing. Oh my god! That's low key crazy. Actually, now I think about it. Yeah. No. Like it looks so good from the outside, doesn't it? It looks so good from the outside. Like holy shit, it looks so good from the outside. Yeah. To other people. Yeah. But when you're inside, right? Yeah, good luck. You can't buy anything. Anything. And fun fact also, like Singapore's the port, right? Like literally it's not only the our port is not the biggest port in the entire world, like the port of Singapore. Yeah, it's not the biggest port in the entire world, but right, it is the only port, I think, I could be wrong, that runs 24/7 non-stop with the most amount of like, I think, cargo that is transported in between the canals. I think I could be wrong about this one, But I haven't, to be honest, I haven't read out on Singapore long for a fucking long time already. But, yes. Yeah. Yep, somehow we have that.
Is astonishingly the world's 26th largest economy today, ranking its economic size far, far higher up in the rankings than its geographic and human sizes. To put this in a perspective,
see, guys,
for
it's
you,
not about the
Singaporean
size.
economy these
It's
days
about how
is
you use
roughly
it.
the same size as Thailand's, a much larger country that is home to 11 times as many people. Singapore is in fact the 10th largest economy on the entire Asian continent when excluding Russia.
Wait, we are
Despite it
that
being
high?
only the 36th most populous country in Asia, which means that
No
Singapore's
way.
economy is larger than all 25 of these other countries in Asia who have a larger population.
I'm actually
including
surprised.
Some notably very large countries like Pakistan, Bangladesh, the Philippines, Vietnam, and Iran. Perhaps most interestingly,
Okay, I'm actually
Singapore's
surprised.
economy today is significantly larger than Malaysia's is. It's immediate next door and
Wait, no, that's kind of crazy, no? That's kind of crazy, no? We are like 5.8 million. Malaysia is 32 million. We have literally 80 billion more dollars than them. Okay, now, okay. Okay, no, okay, to be honest, it's oh god, this is a bit political, but okay. It's the government.
much larger neighbor. And Singapore is the second largest economy in all of Southeast Asia, behind only the gigantic Indonesia. However, despite Indonesia having a giant population of 274 million
We are
people,
not far off.
a whopping 45
We are not
times
far off.
more
Look at
people
that.
than Singapore has, the Singaporean economy is still about 38% the size of Indonesia's economy anyway. Consequently, as you'd expect, the Singaporean GDP per capita today is absolutely insane. As of 2024, it stands at an incredibly impressive $89,000 and ranks
Oh my
Singapore with the
God.
5th highest GDP per capita in the entire world.
Wait, what's GDP again? I completely forgot. Wait, what's GDP again? GDP. Wait, what's GDP again? Total value, market value of all final goods. Oh, wait. Total market value of all final goods. Wait, that's kind of crazy, no? How the fuck are we? How much shit is going through us? Huh? Wait. How much shit is going through us, bro? Wait, this is kind of crazy, eh? Wait. Let it sink in. We are like one of the smallest countries in the entire world, right? And yet, right, our stuff, right, is like the bro, dude, we are literally the kid, right, that says, "I have the goods." Literally, we are the kid. Because the thing is that we are so fucking small, right? And yet, right, we're just passing out shit everywhere, you know? It's like the network kid. It's like, I got the goods from this guy and this guy and this guy and this guy. Which one do you want? That's insane. No matter how you look at it, that is an insane number. We are as much as like Norway, which is basically like, don't know how many donkey times bigger than Singapore, by the way. We are more than the United States during 2024. And United States is a fucking continent. Basically. What the fuck? How the fuck? Bro, what the fuck are we doing this? No, this is a joke. This is insane, bro. What the fuck?
Remaining only behind Luxembourg, Switzerland, Ireland, and Norway, and putting Singapore even ahead of the United States. And perhaps even more astonishingly, Singapore's GDP per capita is now significantly higher than what is seen in the United Kingdom, their former colonial era overlord. The median wage in Singapore also currently stands at an impressive $46,000 US a year, which is also higher than the median wages that are currently seen in the United Kingdom.
Yeah, if only they pay us more. Who cares if the median wage is higher? If the houses are even more higher, bro, what the fuck? What am I supposed to do, bro? Am I supposed to shit and cry, bro? What the
that stand at only around $44,000 US a year in comparison. Singapore has also emerged today in the 2020s as the fifth largest concentration of the world's wealthy people, with more USD millionaire residents than anywhere else on Earth other than New York City, Tokyo, San Francisco, and London. With the current millionaire
It's crazy that these billionaires decide to stay in a country where one nuke, right, is enough to just Like if one day, right, I don't want to say the country, but if NK decided to think that we are like a threat, right, just we are gone. We are gone, and we lose 1/5 of the entire world's richest people. just a single miss. Yeah, exactly. Our infrastructure, right, because Singapore is one of the few countries, right, that do not have natural disasters. Like, we do not have it. It doesn't exist. We don't even have tremors, for crying out loud. So the thing is, right, our houses, right, are basically built into the ground, and that's it. There is no prevention for earthquakes. There is no like shaking, like care about shakes. There's nothing of that. Like, we can prepare for it, you know what I mean? We can prepare for it. But the thing is that at the end of the day, right, Singapore will never know how it feels like to actually have an earthquake. And because of this, right, I don't even know if our houses will be able to stand. Like, let's be honest right now, guys, yeah? Let's be honest, we don't even know if our houses will even stand. By the end of the fucking earthquake, is there even a fucking house? I mean, okay, the only cool thing is that at least all of our electric, everything, right, is underground. So we don't have to worry about that, which is good. It's not like Taiwan, you know? Taiwan, you see some of the electricity lines that are just crossing through the streets. Fucking hell, that shit's terrifying. I'm so glad that we opted for underground electricity, which, mind you, right, I'm pretty certain we don't actually have to do that. There's a reason for it. My guess is flooding. But either ways, it's such a good idea. It's just a good idea, yeah.
Population of around 240,000 people, roughly 1 in every 25 people who lives in Singapore today is a millionaire. Among the highest ratios.
1 in every 25. Oh, guys, hear that? 1 in every 25. What did I tell you? It's foreigners, bro. It's foreigners. 1 in 25, yeah. Fucking 20 of them are fucking foreigners. Bet.
of wealth seen anywhere in the world today. And according to the Global Financial Centers Index since 2023, Singapore has managed to position itself as the world's third most significant global financial center, remaining only behind New York City and London, and outclassing every other city to be Asia's leading center of finance in the 21st century. This is all what makes Singapore among the most overpowered countries relative to its physical and population sizes anywhere in the world. But it wasn't always like this for Singapore.
But it's still
Singapore's current gigantic outsized
It's still nuts though. 5.8 million people, right? And we couldn't even be able to supply our own citizens, right? When we have $58 billion. And now more than that, by the way. Now way more than that, by the way.
Economic power and influence is in fact only a very recent phenomenon, and it was never guaranteed to have turned out this way. Only 20 years ago, back in 2004, the Singaporean GDP per capita was only half of what it currently is today. And just a little further back in history to the country's independence in 1965,
if you think about it,
only 60 years ago, the country was deeply impoverished and its GDP per capita was even lower than contemporary countries like Jordan and South Africa, that both remain relatively poor today. Back then, just 60 years.
You wanna know what? You wanna know why? You wanna know why, guys? War. No, literally. War. War and also government.
Singapore's GDP per capita stood at
So
only
bad,
a paltry
so bad. Oh God, so political.
$511. The country's unemployment rate stood at a high
Not save me.
14% of the labor force. Half of the population was considered to be illiterate. 70% of the population lived in hopelessly overcrowded conditions, and around a third of the population were squatting in slums.
But honestly, right? Okay, let it sink in, guys. Let it sink in, okay? Singapore, right? Honestly, half of the reason why Singapore is able to succeed at this rate, right, is because, right, it's the size. You would not be able to have this level of control, right? For say Indonesia, if you put Lee Kuan Yew inside Indonesia, right, he will not succeed. I can tell you that for sure. There's too many people. Not everyone's gonna listen. And there will be like so many backstabbers, bro. Yeah, smaller area, easier AoE. No, literally. Smaller, easier, smaller country, right, means like the truck, right, just the truck that shouts all their fucking nonsense, right, all around, all those trucks, right, they just yeah, like everyone can hear it. Fucking everyone can hear it, okay? Like goddamn, like okay, I'm glad that we don't have that as often already. Like last time it used to be like bad, right? Last time it used to be quite bad, no? But now it's like, okay, now it's a bit more controlled. That's the word I'll use.
Singapore had zero natural resources of any kind to offer and had zero natural freshwater resources to sustain its population of what at the time stood at about 1.86 million people. And yet, despite these humble origins after independence, in only the 60 years of history since that time, within the span of a single human lifetime, Singapore went from those unlikely beginnings to becoming one of the most fabulously wealthy, successful, influential.
Look at all this, right? Stores. Look at all these stores, right? Look at all these stores, right? You know who's buying them? You know who's buying all these stores? Not Singaporeans. No, not Singaporeans. All these stores? Foreigners. Like, not even joking. Like literally, that is genuinely how it is. Because Singaporeans know not to buy from these stores. We are literally like hard trained not to do it. So end of the day, when you look at all this stuff, right, that they have, it doesn't fucking matter. We are not gonna buy them anyways. We just see look zao. That's what we would do.
And developed mega cities on the planet. And it transformed itself into what I would argue is the most overpowered country relative to its physical size located in the whole of Asia, if not the entire world. And in order to understand how Singapore got to where it is today and how it managed to pull off what's arguably the most radical societal transformation ever seen in human history within a single person's lifetime, we have to go back a bit further into history and then build back up to the present. For most of human history, the island of Singapore was basically a sparsely populated village until its geographic potential was realized by Sir Stamford Raffles, a colonial official of the British Empire.
Bro, don't send me back to school, bro. Don't send me. What the fuck, bro? What the fuck? Dude.
He managed to secure control over Singapore in 1819 and turned it into a British colony and into what is known as an entrepot.
Okay, I gotta say, this narrator is pretty good. He gets the information fast, quick, and there isn't any like gapping. He catches the attention really, really well, and actually I like that a lot. Like, oh my god, thank you for being so nice to my ears and my attention span. What a great narrator.
Where goods are brought to from elsewhere in order to be collected and shipped off somewhere else. Raffles and the British both understood Singapore's strategically valuable location directly along the Strait of Malacca, the shortest maritime trade route between China and the East. And
actually, think about it, right? If you really do think about it, Sir Stamford Raffles was genuinely a fucking genius, though. Like, he just see this part, and then he just thought, more lines equals more trade. Like, I'm pretty certain during that time, who the fuck would think like that, you know? If you think about it, it's like, huh? How? Yeah, no what? You want to go along more land like this, right? To collect all of them, right? Not, not twist and turn and whatever, and and blocking everyone just so that you can do a trade. You know?
In Europe further to the west.
If you think
Singapore was
about it
built
that
up
way,
as a free port by the British during the colonial era, meaning that
That's
there were
crazy,
no taxes
eh?
or customs duties imposed on ships and merchants doing business there, which, combined with Singapore's strategic location between the east and the west along one of the world's most valuable trade routes, caused its population to quickly begin soaring, as merchants and traders from across the region and from across the world all sought out their fortunes there. As a result, Singapore developed throughout the colonial era into a bit of a cultural melting pot, with large
No, guys, another thing about that, I'm so glad he didn't explain about Sangnila Utama, bro. Oh shit! If he went that far back, bro, I'm closing the video. I'm fucking closing the video. If he went that far back, guys, okay, before Sir Stamford Raffles, right, there was another person named Sangnila Utama, right? Yeah. The thing is, he's basically one of the natives on Singapore. And he came to Singapore looking for, I think, like, because Singapore was an uncharted land last time. And for some reason, right, Singapore at that time, right, there was like a lion. To explain it, right, yeah, he saw a lion and he didn't understand what he was looking at, because at that time, lions are a commodity. It's very rare to see lions or any cat-like animals. In fact, right, fun fact, Singapore used to have an overpopulation of tigers. We used to have so many tigers. And you want to know what happened to them? They all died because everybody started killing them. That is literally the reason why, right? We are known as the country, right, that like associates with like cats, lions, and like tigers. It's because it used to be only cats, lions, and tigers. Then we killed them. we are literally the problem. What the fuck?
Large numbers of ethnic Chinese, Malays, and Tamils from India all settling there. While the ethnic Malays were the indigenous community of Singapore and of Malaysia, by the early 1960s, when the colonial period on Singapore was starting to come to a close, about 75% of Singapore's population were ethnic Chinese residents. Due to the past several decades...
Wait, I'm actually surprised. Wait, really? I thought we had more Malays. Last time we had more Chinese. I guess that's fair. I guess that is fair because think of all the coolie workers. Yeah, last time Singapore, when we have workers, right, we call them coolies. Yeah, and they were the ones like they were the biggest driving force of the entire work industry, basically.
Of trade and migration patterns under British rule, while only about 15% were ethnic Malays and the other 10% were ethnic Tamils who had come from India. This made Singapore a uniquely Chinese majority and ethnically diverse territory at the tip of the Malay Peninsula in Southeast Asia.
Fun fact, Singapore's mother tongue, right, technically is Malay.
Save for a brief period between 1942 and 45 when it was occupied by Japanese forces during the Second World War. Singapore was continually under British colonial rule from the time of Raffles' arrival in 1819 until a century and a half later in 1963. After World War II, though, as the British Empire entered into a period of sharp decline and collapse, the British granted Singapore a significant degree of autonomy and self-rule in the 1950s, which ultimately led to a local election and the rise to power of a man named Lee Kuan Yew as Singapore's first prime minister in 1959, who would go on to prove himself as one of the most incredibly competent statesmen of the entire 20th century, and who would become the man most singularly responsible for the incredible direction that Singapore would ultimately take after it became independent.
Yes,
Lee understood well that in the era of decolonization,
the stuff that he did is very political. I don't want to go too much into it.
Resource-poor island located in a geopolitically dangerous neighborhood.
He was different.
Lee initially
That's
believed that
Singapore's
greatest odds at survival were going to be through a merger with the other British colonies in the region, which at the time consisted of Malaya, North Borneo, and Sarawak. Malaya gained its independence from Britain first in 1957.
He was another man of his time.
United with North Borneo, Sarawak, and Singapore in 1963 to form the...
Again, if you put him in a bigger country, right, he would fail. I really feel so. Because in order for Singapore to even succeed, right, he had to do a suicidal jump.
Honored country of Malaysia that we know today.
He's not putting Indonesia
But Singapore's
into a
own
suicidal
membership
jump.
within
That's
Malaysia
crazy.
would ultimately be very short-lived. At the time, Singapore was the most heavily populated state in Malaysia, and though it was geographically small, it already made up 20% of Malaysia's total population.
That's crazy, actually,
As
if you
such,
think about
the
it.
political and economic influence of Singapore within Malaysia was very large
Oh my
for its
God,
small
guys.
size.
Arab
And unlike
Street.
the rest of Malaysia, which had a majority ethnic
Just
Malay
kidding.
population,
Arab Street is
Singapore
where
had
all
a significant
the
majority of ethnic
people who
Chinese
drink
residents.
food and everything there,
Political,
basically.
ideological, and economic tensions between Singapore and the Malaysian central government quickly mounted. And despite each of their previous assurances not to do so, Lee's People's Action Party, or PAP, based in Singapore, and the United Malays
PPAP.
National Organization, or UMNO,
PAP.
from the mainland, both entered into each other's respective political spaces, which sparked
Uh-oh.
significant race riots in Singapore in
Uh-oh.
1964 due to the
Uh-oh.
UMNO's support for affirmative action for Singapore's
the
minority ethnic
riots.
Malay population.
Yep.
Then, fearing that Lee and the PAP from
PAP.
Singapore would gain more influence in central Malaysian politics, and fearing his own loss of power and influence as a result, Malaysia's then Prime Minister Tunku Abdul Rahman made a curious and highly unusual decision. He decided to just expel Singapore out of Malaysia against their will in 1965.
Yes,
only 2
that's
years
what
after they
happened.
joined to form Malaysia, which
Yep.
left Singapore as an unusual country in history that did not declare or even seek out their independence, but had independence forcibly thrusted upon them. To
Yeah.
most Singaporeans at the time, the expulsion from Malaysia was viewed as being effectively a death sentence. The country's future was deeply in doubt and uncertain, and there were almost countless
Oh my God, he said the word. He said.
that seemed insurmountable to overcome. Singapore
He
was a
said the
small and
word.
overcrowded island home to more than 1.84 million people. They had
Singaporeans
no
will know
available
what I
room to build
mean
out
when I
into,
say that.
and the infant country was rocked with high racial tensions between the various communities who call the island home: the Chinese, Malays, and Tamils. Singapore had never been its own country at any time in the past throughout all of human history, and it was entirely a product and legacy of British-era colonialism, meaning that there was initially
I
no
mean-
sense of patriotism or common identity to keep the country's population together. The unemployment
Patriotism,
rate stood
guys,
at
that's a very
14%
familiar
of the
word now,
country's
yeah.
labor force. Around half of the population was considered to be illiterate, and a third of the population were
Look at us
squatters and
now.
slums that had been built out on the fringes of Singapore. The country had absolutely zero
Patriotism?
natural resources of any kind, including
Was
any
it?
freshwater resources. It was cripplingly dependent on water imports from
Oh
Malaysia,
my
the country
God,
that had
that's
just kicked
crazy.
them out to be on their own, and it had to import virtually the entirety of their energy resources from abroad as well. Their infrastructure was still heavily damaged by the fighting of the Second World War, and to top all
Oh,
those
the
problems
Second
off,
World
the British
War.
Navy, which had once been the main driver of the island's economy with their major naval base there, had already fully withdrawn from Singapore after it had merged with Malaysia and was no longer there to offer any further economic aid. Singapore was left on their own with all of these internal problems and a hostile Malaysia immediately to their north, along with an aggressive and potentially expansionist Indonesia immediately to their south, both of whom had vast
Bro, Singapore was literally right that kid sitting at the window.
vastly larger populations and resources available at
Ain't
their
no way.
disposal.
We are the main
wonder then
protagonists.
That most Singaporeans at the time believed that their ejection from Malaysia was a death sentence. And hardly anybody back then could have ever predicted just how spectacularly Singapore would overcome all of those formidable odds that were stacked up against it. But Singapore's greatest early strength was its strong leadership through Lee Kuan Yew and his PAP. Shortly after Singapore was ejected from Malaysia, much to Lee's dismay, his resolve to keep Singapore alive and thriving despite the odds was summed up when he was quoted as saying, "In a world where big fish eat small fish and where small fish eat shrimps, then Singapore must become a poisonous shrimp in order to survive."
Fair, that's fair.
An early foretelling of the often fanatical survival instinct that was forced onto Singapore and which became a deep part of the new nation's psyche and culture right up through to the present. Other than that sheer will to survive, Lee Kuan Yew and the early PAP knew in 1965 that Singapore really only had two other things going
I feel
for
like
it.
this part-
One, From an international
I
trade
feel like
perspective,
fast-forwarding this part,
Singapore
honestly, this part
enjoyed
is
an
like
immensely strategically
fine.
valuable location directly
It's
at the
fine.
entrance to the Strait of Malacca.
Okay, let me see, let me
the trade
see.
route that represented the shortest possible maritime distance between China and the East and Europe
after
and the
this,
West.
because this part I think we
VAT
all know what is it.
regulated.
Yeah.
They were required to be registered with that to be among the lowest anywhere in the world, while business regulations were reduced to being so minimal that Singapore has often been ranked throughout the 21st century as literally the easiest country in the entire world to conduct or start a business in. At the same time, labor unions in the
Okay, that I
country
didn't
were
know.
strictly regulated. They were required to be registered with the government, while potentially
That's crazy. Now think about it, right? Yeah, we are literally the first country we are the country that from the day that it first started, right, it already immediately started putting in work regulations. You realize when the other bigger countries, when they were starting up, right, that did not happen until they developed like the actual work first. Now think about it, that's actually fucking genius. What the hell? If you think about it. If you think about it that way, it's like, damn, they already made like the rules before the rules even settled in. Yeah. Because for us, right, I swear, if we didn't have these rules, right, holy shit, I think everyone would have been taken advantage of. Because we don't know shit. At that time, no one knew shit. No one knew anything. What the fuck?
destabilizing activities like striking were strictly limited or even prohibited. Public protests of any kind were almost entirely outlawed, and there would be no change in leadership or ideology under the constant guiding hand of the PAP. Lee Kuan Yew would ultimately go on to govern Singapore as the nation's leader for more than 3 straight decades until 1991.
We really didn't want this guy to die, bro. We really didn't want this guy to die, bro. We want this guy is like, no, you stay right there. You stay. We really didn't want this guy to leave.
While his PAP has continually remained in
That's
power
fucking
in Singapore
hilarious.
ever since the country's independence for the past 60 years up until the present day. Democracy was therefore limited and restricted in Singapore in the name of ensuring permanent stability and predictability to foreign investors who were looking for a safe place with low taxes and regulations to park their cash in. And throughout 60 years of continuous, uninterrupted, one-party rule in the country, the PAP has truly been free to just get a lot of things done, and they've been able to continually pursue their master plan of development without any political interruptions. To further protect Singapore's image of an ultra-attractive
imagine doing so well, right, that even though there are other parties that are not say doing badly, by the way, I'm pretty certain, they are not say really bad party, but the thing is that, right, imagine doing so well that just no one wants to vote for anyone else. Like straight up, like you're just so good at your job, right, that people just keep wanting you back. That's crazy, eh? I could not imagine that.
Able place to invest in to the rest of the world, the PAP also introduced an effective zero-tolerance policy for corruption. They combined a system of extremely harsh sticks to penalize corrupt government officials, including executions, along with extremely generous carrots like very highly paid salaries.
Yeah, we were giving death sentences like no one's business.
In order to discourage government officials from ever being tempted to engage in corruption in the first place.
So much.
On top of that,
so much death
crime
sentences.
and drug use could become another source of instability that could discourage foreign investment if it was left unaddressed. The PAP also adopted a harsh, tough-on-crime approach to governance as well. Most notably, Singapore has remained into the present day as one of the few countries remaining in the world that still routinely carries out the death penalty for convicted criminals, especially for drug traffickers. If you've ever flown into Singapore, you'll be handed one of these not-so-subtle warnings by your flight attendant before your flight arrives. Because the only penalty under Singaporean law for smuggling drugs into the country is execution by hanging.
No, but no. Actually, I don't agree with this. I low-key don't agree with this. It's because of the fear. That's why it's a lot easier to manage it. Is this a bad take? Is it a bad take? It's not a bad take, right? I mean, it's the only reason why, right, the country is so clean as well. Like not clean as in physically clean. Clean as in there's not much dirty money going around. There's not much drugs going around. There's not much of like bad things going around. So if anything, right, this needs to stay so that no one will commit stuff like this. And I feel that's very valid. But again, it could be me talking on my ass because I'm not a political person. I'm just gonna tell you guys this. I just vote for any party because I don't really give a flying anything. Because things that as long as I'm surviving and my heart is beating and I can say shit jokes, right? I'm okay. As long as I can do all that, I'm okay.
Over the past 3 years between 2022 and 2024, Singapore, despite its small size, was among the top 10 countries in the world for the numbers of legal executions that were carried out by the state. And virtually all of them were executions related to drug trafficking. This has earned Singapore a large amount of criticism from abroad. And
why?
has led to some
Again, why? Okay, fuck. I don't get it. Maybe it's just me being too harsh, but once you let something like this go, right, especially about drugs, right? Once you let something like this go, look at fuck. There's so many countries. I don't want to say anything again because every country has their own way of handling stuff like this, but our way has worked for a really, really fucking long time, and I don't see why we should ever like consider it in any shape or form, like at all. Oh, hello, Raiders. You're playing IRL? But welcome Raiders. We are looking at social studies of Singapore. basically, yeah. I was building. Oh, you're building a new desk. Okay, that's cool. That's actually quite cool, yeah. But hello everybody. Yes, the name is Ebiki, and I usually don't react to politics. Well, this is a bit off. Yeah, but usually I don't react to politics. But the thing is that what you guys will see here is just something that I do like to react to sometimes. And also hopefully your table is built and it was built well, and when you're playing Valorant and you rage, it doesn't break. That's yeah, how you test is to play Valorant and hope that, right, when you smash it once, right, it doesn't break. But welcome Raiders, yes, the name is Ebiki. I'm a Night Spirit VTuber. I usually do games, I react to videos, reels, or maybe even sing. I don't know, I do something. Either way, something is gonna happen either way. I don't rage. Just as Pinocchio's nose will grow each time when he lies, you know? I don't know. You don't know.
Disneyland with the death penalty. But the goal of these PAP policies in Singapore over all of these years has been...
End of the day, it's just... sorry guys if sorry Raiders if it's a bit too heavy for you guys, okay, because we are talking about the L penalty, basically the more like the die penalty, yeah. That's what I would say. And also another thing is make sure to have your after stream care as well. I hope you guys enjoyed their stream, and thanks for passing your community to me over here, and I hope that they don't mind this video I'm reacting to. It just looked interesting. I can't help it. Look, I don't like to react to the videos before I watch it with you guys. So don't yeah. I hope it's not bad.
Clear. There would be continuous political stability, no protests, no crime, no corruption, low taxes, low regulations, and a very pro-business environment to attract as much foreign investment into the country as physically possible.
So what's the problem?
So that Singapore would not only survive, but also thrive, in combination with its very strategic geographic location. And while many of these policies that Singapore adopted were harsh and considered
There you go.
anti-democratic, the PAP government also calculated that the Singaporean people themselves wouldn't really so much mind living within a soft autocracy
Guys, I've been here.
with limited political rights so long as they remained
Guys, I've been
happy
there.
and continued getting richer. So, Singapore essentially began adopting a system of carrots and sticks for its own people to disincentivize them from ever partaking in protests, crime, strikes, or other destabilizing activities that could disrupt the sweet flow of foreign investment. Just
Well, unfortunately, the downside about all this is the fact that we do need to rely on foreign people. Yeah. I mean, okay, the benefit is that at least we don't have to deal with like crazy like druggies, you know what I mean? Yeah.
like it did
I
with
see
the
that's a
system of
win,
carrots
honestly,
and
that's a
sticks with
win.
its government officials to disincentivize them from ever partaking in corruption. After its independence, the Singaporean government used its powers to buy up around 90% of all of the
You
land in the
actually got
country
one.
for below market value. And then
Oh
they
my
created
God.
a new government agency called the Housing
Oh
Development
yeah, I've been here by the way.
Board, or HDB, to begin building
Yes,
massive new
she won the
apartment blocks
gacha.
to address the country's housing shortage.
Fun fact for people who don't know, if you press the random sound or nothing, literally, it's either you'll get a random sound or you get nothing.
Vision overcrowding problems. Lee Kuan Yew once wrote a letter in which he argued that the government's promotion of widespread homeownership was the best way to give everybody who lived there a true stake in the country's future.
Then why is it so fucking expensive now? And why is it that single people cannot get it? Huh? Fucking hell, there's so many things I can say about this. I really don't like the fact that the housing is just going up every day and single people cannot buy it. Or like people who are in budding relationships cannot buy it. Yeah. It's really unfortunate.
And in Singapore's specific case, it was going to be a great way to meld the diverse population of the island's Chinese, Malay, and Tamil populations, who had no prior history of unity
yeah.
or shared nationalism, together into one unified whole. HDB would go on to build around 1 million apartments in Singapore in 24 towns dotted around the island, while ethnic quotas mandated
Oh my god,
that
guys, I stayed. I'm not gonna tell you.
each HDB-built apartment block reflected the ethnic makeup of the overall country at large. In order to
Fun fact, I know where exactly I stay, by the way. Yeah.
foster a sense of community and oneness between them. The Singaporean government was then able to promote widespread homeownership in the country by selling the HDB-built apartments for 99-year leases
I know where
at
you
rates
are
that were
in-
below
you're in
the market
Singapore.
value of what
You're right. Damn, you got me. You got me. My booty cheeks is out. You got me. God damn. She right though. God damn. She right though. Oh my god. When they ask where you're in Singapore, just say Singapore. Technically, when you know how you put country, right, and then they have to say, oh, please put your state. There is no state. Oh, please put your city. There is no city. The only state is Singapore. The only city is Singapore. What do you want from me?
what full-on permanent indefinite homeownership would be. As of 2024, the average price for a 99-year lease on a 2- and 3-bedroom HDB apartment in Singapore runs at just $237,000 and $359,000 US dollars respectively.
Jesus fucking Christ, it's so expensive.
And then, to make them even more affordable to first-time home buyers, the Singaporean government also offers a grant to lower-income buyers of up to $59,000 US dollars that they can deduct from the overall home value.
$59,000
On top of
US
all of
dollars
that,
will be around 700. 59,000, yeah, correct, around 75,000 dollars. That's for
the
SGD.
Singaporean
It's not a
government
lot.
also implemented a mandatory savings program managed by a new government agency that they call the Central Provident Fund. This program made it mandatory that
CPF.
Singaporean workers always save.
It's basically all of your what's for US is like what your 4-1 your 410s and 4 wait I forgot 4 something 1 I don't remember. Either way, it's basically like your bank, like your bank's bank. You hide that shit basically.
20% of their monthly salaries at a minimum. And then those workers would be allowed to draw those savings down in order to use as a down payment on an HDB-built apartment. And then they could use what remained of their mandatory savings to make some or even all of their monthly mortgage payments as well. As a result of this whole program,
good luck in doing that. That's not
managed a
possible now.
homeownership rate that is the envy of the world
fucking
today.
luck.
88% of the country's total housing supply today is directly occupied by their own owners, which is far ahead of the vast majority of the rest of the developed world, and is significantly higher than the rate seen in the EU, the UK, the US, or Germany. And it
Wait. Okay, I'm actually surprised. So we have 20% more housing, like more people staying in the houses. Wait, but US is huge though. No, this is a very bad comparison.
It is a strategy that has earned the governing PAP an enormous
This is a
amount
very
of
bad
goodwill
comparison, actually.
and loyalty.
I'm not going to say anything about it, but it is a very bad comparison.
Not even the only way that the
Because if you scan it by percentage, yes, it may seem fair, but you're talking about 5.8 million versus 20 times that. Not possible, guys. Not fucking possible.
government has taken care of them either. To maximize the value of the country's human capital, the government highly emphasized education and managed to build out a truly world-class public education system that prepares children to become highly educated, highly skilled, and highly paid workers that'll attract global businesses interested in their talent. The government also
highly paid, bro, highly paid.
so went to great
I hear a joke.
pains establishing a world-class healthcare system as well.
But then again, I did not focus in school, so it's also my problem.
Healthy and productive, and perhaps more importantly, happy and less likely to resort to destabilizing protests or strikes or votes for different parties.
That's true, actually. Singapore
And in
doesn't really have a lot
combination with
of
the clusters
strikes,
of HDB-built apartments and population density concentrations, the government worked alongside both public and private companies to build out a world-class public transportation system at the same time that put transit stations directly in every HDB-built apartment
Oh my god,
cluster,
guys, I
which
stay at-
directly connected all of the apartment clusters together with each other and with the central business district in order to maximize transportation efficiency and minimize congestion in a brilliantly executed master plan that has spanned over decades of time under continuous PAP leadership. The government also deliberately made driving a car in Singapore outrageously expensive, both in order to promote the use of the country's public
This I agree. Even though it is way more convenient to have a car.
system and to reduce congestion within the country's small physical space, but
Yes.
also to reduce the country's consumption of fuel and overdependence on foreign imports of fuel, since virtually all of Singapore's fuel has to be imported from abroad since the country has no resources of its own. Various taxes
You know what? They should have asked from me, because the amount of sweat that I produce, right, and all the oil that I produce from one gaming in the finals, right, is enough to supply all of Singapore. Bet! Nah, just kidding.
and permit fees on vehicle ownership in Singapore make it so that even a new standard Toyota Camry hybrid costs around $183,000 US in the country today, about 6 times more expensive than one would cost
Oh
in the
my
United
God.
States. As a result, only about a
My
third of
robe.
households in Singapore own a car at all
Wait,
today,
take my
while
robe.
the vast majority of the country's residents use the cheaper and more efficient public
Damn.
transportation
I miss these buses. But they kind of suck though.
system. 80% of Singaporean households live within just a 10-minute walk of a transit station because of the way
yes,
the system
that-
was
okay, that-
designed,
but that part is nice.
alongside the HDB apartment complexes.
Yes, that part is
and
nice.
85% of public transit journeys in the country under 20 kilometers in distance can be completed in less than an hour, which results in Singapore's infrastructure and workforce both being extremely efficient, which attracts more foreign investment into the country, reduces the country's overdependence on foreign imports of oil, and which also further keeps the population happy and satisfied in combination with all of the housing, education, and healthcare benefits that reduces the odds that they'll ever protest or riot or vote for someone else and disrupt the PAP's master plan. All of these policies were carefully crafted in Singapore to keep the whole country thriving, happy, stable, and humming in conjunction with Singapore's inherent geographic advantages to trade and commerce as well. Among Singapore's greatest strategic geographic advantages was that at the time in the late 1960s,
We are
its time
in
zone
the
was placed
center,
in between
huh?
when markets in America closed and when markets in Europe opened on the following day. Singapore's position in between these markets enabled the country to fill in the gap in global trading hours, which led to Singapore's establishment
so
of the
that's how
Asian
we were
dollar
just
market
passing
in
shit in between people,
1968
huh?
that had the explicit purpose of bridging that gap in global
kind
trading.
of like-
And that became the foundation for Singapore's modern banking and finance industry.
Guys, we are, you know the game Passing Parcel? Yeah. Was it like the you have to keep passing the parcel, right? Until the song stops or someone says stop. And then they have to open one layer. Singapore is the one that says pass, 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 pass. Like we just non-stop pass, pass. We just keep giving out shit.
It also didn't hurt that Singapore's
Oh my
port was just
God, that's
placed
funny,
in one of the
Ebiki.
most fantastic spots in the entire world, too.
And
which is
terribly of the
whole
people, of
reason
course.
why the British originally turned it into a colony and a trade outpost in the first place. It sits precisely at the southern tip of the Malay Peninsula, with a commanding position at the entrance to the Strait of Malacca, the
yeah, the
shortest
Strait of
possible
Malacca, there
maritime
you go.
trade route between East Asian countries like China, Japan, and Korea in the east, and the oil and gas-rich Persian Gulf and the large consumer market of Europe in the west. As a result,
Damn.
an overwhelming amount of the oil and gas imports that flow towards China, Taiwan, Japan, and South Korea all move through the Strait of Malacca right
They
by
really just skip this entire region.
Singapore, while an overwhelming amount of Chinese manufactured goods flow in the opposite direction through the Strait of Malacca on their way to the consumer market in Europe as well. Because of this dynamic in the modern world, roughly a third of all the world's crude oil and natural gas traded by sea passes through the Strait of Malacca, which makes it the most highly concentrated choke point for the global oil and gas supply anywhere on the planet.
Oh, yeah,
roughly
no.
30%
Yeah.
of the entire world's global
crazy.
trade will pass through the Strait of Malacca every single year. That's worth approximately $3.5 trillion. And so from very early on, independent Singapore
Jesus.
carefully positioned itself with all of its business-friendly policies to be the go-to spot for handling and processing these huge trade flows between the East and the West. In terms of overall trade
It's
volume,
gone?
until it was finally surpassed by
Damn.
the port of
I even
Shanghai
regret a lot
only
of
in
it.
2010, which has left Singapore as the second busiest port in the world in terms of overall trade effort.
No, we used to be the most busy. As a Singaporean, I'm annoyed. Why are we not number one?
Since. But Singapore still remains the #1 busiest port in the world in terms of transshipment, and so their port is critically the biggest transshipment hub on the planet. Transshipment is the process of sending trade goods to an intermediate destination first, then transferring those goods from one ship to another ship, or from a ship to a plane, or from a plane to a ship, and then sending them on their way to their final destination. Because of Singapore's strategic location directly at the most critical choke point of trade between East Asia and Europe, it was already the go-to intermediate point for traders in Asia and Europe to ship their goods to first, before transferring them onto other vessels going in both directions. But following Singapore's independence from Malaysia in 1965, the government took significant steps to exacerbate this geographic advantage even further. The government of the post-independence era knew that Singapore's geographic location granted it the potential to become a major aviation hub as well, with high layover demand between East
Singapore Airlines. Guys, Singapore Airlines is what I'm gonna tell you, okay? Singapore Airlines, right, is so good. Oh my god, it's so good. Some of the shit that you can get on it, right, is chef's kiss. You cannot beat Singapore Airlines, I swear, in terms of like the luxury, the what you call this? The service, the hospitality, the facilities, and the price. Oh yeah, you definitely cannot beat the price. And not in a good way, by the way.
Asia, Australia, India, West Asia, and Europe. And so, in the late 1970s, they started painstakingly building out and designing the new Changi International Airport, to to have as many amenities as physically possible. That way,
Oh,
layover
yeah,
travelers
Changi, yep.
flying between East and West
Yep,
would be
Changi.
attracted to layover through Singapore.
That's where
over
every one
anywhere
of you
else
guys will stop, by the way,
nearby.
if you ever
Not
stop
only
in
because of
Singapore.
its natural location and safe and stable political environment, but also because of all of its nice amenities that made traveling through Singapore a
there you
desired
go.
destination in its own right.
Yes.
Changi International Airport was opened in 1981, and it has since cemented Singapore as a major global passenger layover hub as well as a major air cargo hub. It's also extremely useful for assisting with the Port of Singapore's maritime operations as well, because it can easily and quickly facilitate constantly moving ship crew members in and out from all around the world.
is so cool
which
though.
further contributes
Not
to
gonna
Singapore's
lie.
advantages towards being the world's leading point for cargo transshipment. And
Oh
then-
my god, that's a Guys, I saw shit. Wait.
Singapore's advantages towards being the world's leading point
I hate this company. Nah, just kidding. I think it's that. Damn, their food is always so bad. I don't like this company. Ugh. I remember every time I get catering food from them, guys, I want to die. Like this company in particular, I don't know why, right? I remember I tried to order food from them. Was it like, I think catering? Yeah, I think my bunk mates and whatnot, they got food from them, right? It's like, oh my god, it used to be so bad. It used to be like, nowadays they're getting a lot better, yes. But oh my god, last time it was like, the food felt bland, the rice is a little bit hard, there's always no extras. They always just give oh my god, I'm getting traumatized just thinking about it.
for cargo transshipment. And then, to multiply all of these advantages even further, Singapore's government realized early on that their position along the busiest maritime choke point in the world, with the world's highest density of maritime traffic, gave them an enormous amount of potential customers passing by who would be in need of fuel.
Yes.
And so, Singapore essentially transformed themselves into the world's largest gas station in order to service all of that traffic.
We gas
Companies
you
in
up.
Singapore are able to import, refine, and store enormous volumes of ship fuels like marine diesel, also called bunker, and then sell those fuels to ships passing by between Asia and Europe, much like a gas station on land would, but on a vastly larger scale. Singapore is by far the largest refueling port for ships anywhere in the world today, and it supplies roughly
That's
5
fair.
times as much fuel to the maritime industry as the second largest refueling port in the
That's
world
fair.
does in
That's completely
Rotterdam
fair,
in
I
the
would say.
Netherlands. Because of this huge advantage
We
in
are
its
your
own
oil
internal
daddies,
stability
we'll oil
and
you
business
up.
friendliness, thanks to the guiding hand
We'll
of Lee
lube up your
Kuan Yew and
ships.
the PAP, Singapore managed to acquire the outside investment needed
Literally.
to rapidly build up its own domestic oil refinery capabilities to service the maritime traffic passing by. And it eventually got to the point where today Singapore routinely ranks among the top 15 countries worldwide by oil refinery capacity, despite its small population and land size. And this is key to understanding how Singapore has managed to become so overpowered today. Singapore has 3 major oil refineries today. One owned by ExxonMobil, which is the 11th largest single refinery on the planet. Another one owned by Shell, and another one owned by Singapore's own state-owned Singapore Refining
there's also
Company.
Esso, what?
Together, they enable Singapore to refine roughly
There's so many.
1.4
Wait.
million barrels of crude oil a day into refined, finished end
I
products like
guess-
gasoline or marine
I guess those
diesel.
are the
And because
important
Singapore
ones.
itself is so small and hardly anybody there drives a car, since mostly everyone just takes the public transportation, Singapore itself has little need of the enormous amounts of refined petroleum products that they
That's crazy.
create, leaving them
Wow.
to export and sell the vast majority of it they create. This is all how, despite Singapore having zero natural resources of its own, Singapore has nonetheless still managed to become the 5th largest exporter of refined petroleum products on the planet, just slightly behind Russia, who's often considered to be among
It's ironic that we are right behind Russia.
the global energy
It's ironic that we are right behind Russia, and Russia is known to be the one that purposely goes after countries with oil.
superpowers. Singapore's high education levels have also enabled its human capital to rapidly increase in value with time as their people
Holy
develop
shit,
more and
that's-
more
that's
in-demand
crazy.
skills, which has attracted even more foreign investment to make use of that high-skilled human capital, which has enabled the country to excel at more value-added businesses than just refined petroleum as well, including semiconductor manufacturing, electronics, pharmaceuticals,
Oh yeah,
and
definitely.
industrial equipment. And
Oh, yeah,
because
that I
so many
agree.
goods pass through Singapore on their way to other places between Europe and Asia, roughly 1/5 of all the cargo containers in the world will pass through Singapore's port on an annual basis. And it's because of all of these clever policies combined with Singapore's natural geographic advantages that have enabled the country's economy and development to absolutely explode since their independence from Malaysia in 1965. Foreign investment has poured into Singapore like few other countries in the world, as they have proven themselves to be a stable, secure, and profitable place to invest in within a highly strategic corner of the world for decades now. As of 2022, Singapore ranked 5th in the entire world for the amount of total foreign direct investment stock present in the country, valued at roughly
What is US doing? Oh, what the fuck is that lead?
2.37 trillion US.
It's all military, isn't it? It's all military, isn't it? It's all... That's crazy, bro. How much guns do you need?
US dollars, remaining only behind the Netherlands, the UK, China, and the US globally. And foreign investors keep choosing Singapore over almost anywhere else because in 2023, Singapore received the second largest net inflows of new foreign direct investment in the world, remaining only behind that of the United States itself. This is all how their economy has ballooned in size hundreds of times over, from only a paltry $970 million in 1965 to a colossal $550 billion today, only 60 years later, and how it's become the world's 26th largest economy despite being smaller in size and population than New York City. And it's all been possible because of how massively attractive and stable a place the PAP has made it to invest in throughout their decades of continuous control and guidance.
I swear, this entire video, right, is kissing PAP's ass. But the thing is that I'm not gonna say anything.
Policies. Most ironically of all, of course, is the
want
fact
to
that
say anything.
Singapore's
It's too
economy
political.
today
I cannot.
is even larger than the whole of Malaysia's economy is. The country that forcefully expelled Singapore against their wishes to die on their road back in 1965. But rather than die, Singapore's survival instinct was so strong that it managed to not only overcome the odds stacked against it, but eclipsed them to become the most overpowered state in Asia and possibly even the world. But the sheer scale of Singapore's economic successes can be measured in other ways as well. Besides for reinvesting huge sums of the money they began generating into the people of Singapore through their world-class education and healthcare systems and apartment and public transportation building sprees, the Singaporean government also did systems and apartment and public...
This place, this used to be a fire station, if I'm not wrong. And there are haunted stories about it. Yeah. This is a fire station. Fun fact for y'all. Is it raining? I don't know, I hear like... Oh, I think that's just my computer. What the fuck? It's so loud. But... yeah, this used to be a fire station and now they turned into a culture area, but there's like ghosts inside it or some shit like that. And apparently it's quite scary to go inside there just like that.
Public transportation building sprees, the Singaporean government also decided to establish a series of sovereign wealth funds to secure the economic future of the country as well. The country's state-owned investment company, Temasek Holdings, currently controls an amount of assets under
by the way, if you guys are wondering, right, Temasek, right, was the name before Singapore. It was the name that was given by Sang Nila Utama. Like literally the guy that was like that found Singapore initially.
Estimated at about $630
I think it's like something related to lions.
On top of that, the country's Central Provident Fund, that savings and pension fund that all Singaporean workers are forced to save a percentage of their incomes in, currently has assets valued at around $397 billion. And on top of both of those funds, the government also
Then why is it that I have so little?
has another even larger sovereign wealth fund that they simply call the GIC. The GIC invests in international equities, bonds, real estate, and cash. And though it does not disclose its total holdings, a data firm known as Global SWM has recently estimated that the fund's holdings are likely somewhere around $769 billion all in. Add all of the three funds together, and Singapore's
Whoa.
total sovereign wealth fund assets today in 2025 are probably somewhere around 1.8 trillion US dollars. An absolutely enormous war chest for the country's future. It ranks Singapore's sovereign wealth funds as the third largest in the
And yet there's so many people staying with their parents.
entire world today, behind only the giant funds under the control of the UAE and China. And it also means that Singapore's sovereign wealth fund controls
sounds-
assets valued at more than
What?
3 times the entire country's annual GDP. It also means that, astonishingly, if all of
Dang.
Singapore's sovereign wealth funds were divided evenly amongst all of Singapore's residents right now, they would each be given approximately 300,000 US dollars.
300,000 US dollars. That's like 500 something. 500,000. That's $500,000 SGD. Oh my god, I can do so much of it. But no.
A tremendous national inheritance that the Singaporean
But
government
no, I rather, you know what, fuck it, just throw it back at the country. Please don't, yeah. I feel like the only time I would rather pay my taxes. Thanks.
has established for them with its decades of tremendous forward-looking policies. For a long time, Singapore's status as the financial epicenter of Asia was rivaled and eclipsed by Hong Kong. But over the last few years,
Oh, makes sense.
Singapore has
That-
managed
okay,
to
no, that
overcome
totally
Hong
makes
Kong
sense.
in numerous ways as political repression in Hong Kong enforced by the Chinese Communist Party from the mainland has
Yeah.
significantly increased.
It makes
which
sense.
has led to a large amount of capital flight fleeing from Hong Kong for the higher perceived sense of safety and security in Singapore. Singapore
yeah.
now has more foreign direct investment than Hong Kong does, and it receives even more of it with every passing year. As recently as 2017,
We're just be like, you don't want, we are just going to other countries. Hey, you don't want those people, right? Give them to us. Hey, you don't want those people, right? Give them to us. Hey, you don't want those people, right? Yeah, you don't need them, right? Give them to us. Yeah, you having like some kind of political thing over there? Oh, the people are fighting and they want to leave? Give them to us.
international asset and wealth management firms in Singapore had only $2.4 trillion of total assets under their management, which was only
We
about
just keep,
3/4
like,
of
slowly
Hong Kong's
ticking.
total at the time of $3.1 trillion.
Oh my god,
But
that's
since then,
hilarious.
Singapore's total assets under management have grown rapidly to more than $4.1 trillion as of 2023, compared to
Whoa.
Hong Kong's
That's
$3.99 trillion.
huge.
Which means that recently, Singapore has even overtaken Hong Kong to be the leading city in Asia by assets under management and asset and wealth management firms, which is
Oh my
why Singapore is
God.
now most often considered to be the leading financial hub of Asia and the third most important center of global finance behind only London and New York. Hong
Oh,
Kong's
Lon-
political
okay,
troubles over
London
the
makes
past
sense.
decade
London
have
and New York
therefore
makes sense.
transferred much of its economic influence and power over to Singapore instead.
I don't understand
But it
this
also doesn't
Malayan.
hurt that English as a language, like it has
He
been
looks
in
cool,
Hong
though.
Kong, is extremely dominant and commonplace in Singapore too. After the country's independence from Malaysia, the PAP authorities decided to keep and reinforce English in Singapore as the country's primary language.
That's
in
actually
order
so
to
smart, though, if you
maximize
think
the
about it.
economic benefits and the foreign direct investment potential. It's since gotten to the point today where Singapore is by far the most English proficient country in Asia, and the second most English proficient country in the world.
Guys, I can confidently say I am more English than Europeans. I am more English than you Americans. All of you. That's hilarious. That's that's fucking hilarious. We are more English than English countries. Let that sink in. That's crazy.
Out of countries where English is not the native language, according to the
Holy.
English Proficiency Index.
Wait, you got a weird joke for me? Come hit me with it. What's the weird joke? What's the weird joke? Why did they oh no. Oh no. Okay, go continue. Okay, so why did they invent glow-in-the-dark condoms? So gay guys can play Star Wars. Then, oh shit, that would play so differently when Anakin was doing the thing with the kids. JK, that's great, JK. That's crazy. That's crazy. Wait, that means Anakin and Obi-Wan were gay. That's crazy. Hello, lady. Hello, lady. I can never pronounce words which are placed in that specific order. But hello, welcome. Happy New Year to you as well. I hope you're doing amazing. Oh my god. You came into a very good time of the stream.
Around half of all Singaporeans speak English as their primary language at home today,
Oh yeah, no, that's
while a whopping 96% of the Singaporean population speak English fluently, which is a higher percentage of fluent English speakers than even in the United States.
Guys, what can I say? Guys? We are more English than you. That's crazy. That's crazy. Holy shit.
United States.
Okay, but then again, the numbers are like kind of staggering though. You cannot, like I said, these numbers are all by percentage, right? They are not accurate because they are not accounting the fact, right? We only have 4 million people who can speak like really, really fucking good English. You guys have 300 million people, right, who can speak proper English. This is not a good enough graph.
And all of that greatly helps Singapore's potential at attracting businesses and investment from abroad, on top of all of their other advantages that I've already covered. Now, in order to defend all of the enormous levels of wealth that are concentrated in Singapore today, surrounded by much larger and
How are you? I was just celebrating my birthday on Saturday. Oh yeah, I'm doing good, honestly. I'm just reacting to Singapore shit. Yeah. I'm just reacting to Singapore like law. I was like, oh, what if I just search the word Singapore inside the actual like tab, right, and see what it comes out, and then it just comes out with this. And this guy is an amazing narrator. So I'm like,
poor,
I actually was willing to watch this.
Nations. Singapore has also spent decades heavily reinvesting the money it's earned as the world's gas station and as a major finance and advanced manufacturing hub into building out an incredibly powerful and capable armed forces that can adequately defend the country's sovereignty. But part of Singapore's drive to military supremacy
I'm so glad, guys, I never need to pull a gun.
in its neighborhood was also driven by the country's early survival instinct and its fears of critical overdependence on its neighbors. Singapore was and still remains highly overdependent on imports of its water and food supply, as the country has zero freshwater resources of its own and only limited amounts of arable land for its 6 million people. Singapore still imports more than 60% of its entire water supply and about 50% of its food supply just from Malaysia, the country who forcefully ejected them and then had to suffer through the humiliation of watching Singapore grow even wealthier than them without them. From time to time, Malaysia has weaponized this leverage they have over Singapore by sometimes threatening to halt their water and food deliveries or increase prices, which has frequently led to drama flaring up between them and even nearly came to war more than 20 years ago back in 2002. In order to reduce their overdependence on Malaysia for their water and food, the Singaporean government has poured cash into diversifying its water supply through new water desalination plants, rainwater recatchment and storage facilities, and wastewater treatment and recycling plants. However, nearly all of Singapore's water that is still imported from Malaysia, which represents about 60% of Singapore's total water supply, comes from the nearby Johor River under the terms of a 99-year-long water supply treaty that was signed in 1962, just before Singapore initially joined with Malaysia.
Wait, that is almost over. 1962, right? Now it's 2026. Shit! Oh god, we're gonna run out of water. Guys, I'm not going to be able to piss. Oh my god, fuck, dude,
Treaty is now
this is
set
so
to
sad.
expire in 2061,
Oh
just
my God,
36
this is so
years
sad.
from today. And fearing
It's
the
actually
worst,
so sad.
the PAP's stated goal is to achieve full Singaporean water self-sufficiency by the year before that in 2060 through
Yeah.
more desalination, wastewater treatment, recycling, and rainwater recapture. But for decades, the Singaporean military was also created with the potential
Bro
threat
got
of
stepped
Malaysia
on.
in mind, and
Bro off the
Malaysia's
chair.
ability to
You saw
effectively
that?
sever most of Singapore's water supply. If Malaysia decided to try and retake Singapore to shut down its water supply as leverage during a dispute, then Singapore would need to react decisively and quickly in order to gain strategic depth and to avoid a long, protracted
Again,
conflict.
also that's completely
Singapore's
fair.
northern border is only 28 kilometers away from its southernmost border, meaning that there's little space between Singapore's borders and the country's most critical population centers and assets. Knowing that their population was also a fraction of both Malaysia's and Indonesia's, Singapore's leaders knew early on that their only hope of not getting numerically overwhelmed during a regional conflict would be by establishing an army of conscripts, and by requiring that all Singaporean men serve time in the armed forces.
Yep.
All men in Singapore today are required to serve 2 years of mandatory
I'm sorry to people who actually need to go to do the military. I never need to do that.
full-time service in the armed forces, which gives the country a pool of hundreds of thousands of men in the reserves to call up for military service during a national emergency. However, calling up hundreds of thousands of Singapore's workers during a conflict would be a significant part of the country's relatively small labor force, which would devastate the economy and scare off foreign investors, the lifeblood of the country's economy if it went on for too long, and thus Singapore's need to win any conflict quickly and decisively if it were to ever happen, and to ideally deter anybody from ever even thinking about launching a war against them in the first place. In order to deter Malaysia to maintain a credible enough threat that they could quickly secure their water supply from the Johor River and advance onto the Malaysian capital at Kuala Lumpur during a conflict, Singapore has invested heavily into a major mechanism to secure their water supply from the Johor River and advance onto the Malaysian capital at Kuala Lumpur during a conflict. Singapore has invested heavily into a major mechanized armor force. The country now has 170 main battle tanks in its arsenal, which is 3 times as many tanks as Malaysia has.
Bro, what the fuck? Oh, okay, that I didn't know, but let me add on. I did not know about this. I did not know that we have this many tanks. I thought, okay, I knew we had a lot of like stuff going on in the. I didn't know we had 170 tanks.
While Singapore also maintains an inventory of 940 mechanized infantry fighting vehicles, compared to Malaysia's 635 total. To put that into perspective, Singapore, a country of only 6 million people, has more tanks in service in their armed forces than the entire United Kingdom currently has. And Singapore's outsized inventory of tanks are far from the only reason why Malaysia or other countries would be deterred from ever trying to attack little Singapore. The city-state has also been able to afford to build out a very modern and capable air force, with 59 American-made F-16 fighters, another 40 F-15 fighters, and most notably, they've placed orders to purchase at least 20 state-of-the-art F-35 fighters from the United States as well, which will make them the very first and so far only country in the whole of Southeast Asia that'll be equipped with them. That fact alone will make the Singaporean Air Force the most capable and advanced in all of Southeast Asia. But even without the F-35s, the Singaporean Air Force still has just as many fighter aircraft in its fleet as both Malaysia and Indonesia do combined. It's too much larger. As both Malaysians, the Singaporean Air Force still has just as many fighter aircraft in its fleet as both Malaysia and Indonesia do combined. It's two much larger neighbors. Adding in the F-35s and all of Singapore's advanced service to air defenses means that in any potential conflict with its neighbors, Singapore would almost certainly be able to maintain aerial supremacy, which further disincentivizes anyone from ever really even thinking about
trying. And we are ordering more, by the way.
It especially disincentivizes Malaysia from ever seriously threatening to really apply solidify their leverage over Singapore's water and food supply. And even if a conflict were to take place, the PAP has also guided Singapore's development to transform itself into a fortress if the need ever arose.
Love you.
Two of the primary highways running through Singapore were designed to be quickly transformed into runways for military aircraft should the country's air bases be neutralized during wartime. While every home and apartment in the country that's been built recently after 1997 has been mandated to have personal bomb shelters included in them. But it's the Singaporean Navy that truly makes the city-state the most preeminent military power in Southeast Asia today. Singapore operates a naval fleet today that includes 6 modern German and Swedish-built diesel-powered attack submarines, and has another 2 more on order that are currently being constructed.
Dude,
When
what
they're
the
finished,
fuck?
And Singapore has 8 modern attack submarines.
What the fuck are we doing? We are playing battleships at... Whoa. Guys, this is a sponsorship from World of Tanks.
The city-state will have more submarines than both Malaysia and Indonesia do combined, which will further increase Singapore's status as the most powerful submarine force located anywhere in Southeast Asia, despite its small size.
I mean, Singapore is known as the Iron Fortress, by the way.
The Singaporean Navy also has 6 frigates, an additional 6 more frigates that are
frigates.
currently on order, 6 corvettes, and 8 littoral mission vessels, which combined with the submarines easily classes the Singaporean Navy as the most powerful in Southeast Asia, and places it about on a par with the Royal Australian Navy in terms of both fleet size and capabilities. And that's
Wait, that's crazy. Remember, Australia is a continent. Might I add? I'ma add this. Australia is a fucking continent. And we are on par with them. That's actually,
carrying the
I did not know about that.
Navy
That's crazy.
to a continent states navy.
Wow.
All in, the Singaporean military budget as of 2024 is approximately $15 billion.
Wait, that's not a lot actually. If you think about it, right, that's not a lot. Comparing to what we actually bought, right, that is not a lot. That's actually like a fraction of like our entire GDP. Wow. Okay, I'm okay. I didn't know about that too. Damn, I need to learn a lot.
About 2.77% of its total GDP on the military, which places Little Singapore within the top 23 highest military budgets globally, and puts Singapore's military spending about on a par with Turkey, a country with 14 times as many people. Perhaps more importantly, Singapore spends even more on its military than both of its much larger neighbors do combined.
mean, that's
Malaysia
fair.
and
We need it.
Indonesia. As a result of all of this, with Singapore controlling the most capable and well-funded armed forces in all of Southeast Asia, despite being the region's smallest country in terms of territory, Singapore is often regarded as the most heavily militarized country in the world today, with more soldiers, tanks, aircraft, and warships per square kilometer of territory than any other country in the world.
I mean, we are
which further
fucking
lends
tiny.
credence to
Of
Singapore's
course.
status as the most overpowered country in Asia,
In terms
and
of
possibly in the
percentage,
entire
yeah.
world. The military's massively outsized power also sends a very clear signal to the lifeblood of the Singaporean economy, the foreign investors, that their investments and capital stored in Singapore will not only be safe, protected from within, but will also be safe and protected from beyond as well.
And also, you wanna know one thing? If war ever happens and there is like an earthquake, right? Singapore's fine.
Further solidifying
We
Singapore
are
as an
fine.
ultra-safe location to invest and to do business in. But the scale of the military is not only intended to send this message to foreign investors and to keep Singapore safe and stable from potential
Oh, that's
regional
crazy.
aggressors. It's also designed to try and reduce the risk of the greatest looming threat to Singapore's future of all from ever happening: the growing risk of a war erupting between the United States and China over Taiwan. And them then
Let's not. This one is super political. I know what's up with this, by the way. I know exactly what's up with this. This is like crazy shit. Like literally this alone, right? Plus North Korea, right? Has the capability of starting World War III. It's bad. It's bad. I read on this a bit too much, not gonna lie.
forcing
It's really bad.
Singapore to painfully choose a side between them. For decades, Singapore has tried to carefully balance its relations between both of the global superpowers in order to court each of their massive amounts of capital available for investment. On the one hand,
really try.
China is the largest source of both imports and exports for Singapore. Nearly all of China's enormous imports of oil and gas from the Persian Gulf flows directly by Singapore, while virtually all of China's manufactured products going to Europe flow in the other direction right by Singapore as well. Ethnic Chinese Singaporeans make up around 3/4 of the whole country's population. And out of all of the developed countries in the world, Singapore's population by far holds the friendliest overall views of China today. In June of 2024, the Pew Research Center found that 67% of Singaporeans held a favorable view of China, and that 63% of Singaporeans held confidence in the leadership of Xi Jinping, both significantly higher than in any other developed country measure.
I mean,
about
again, too political for me. This is too political
$156 billion
for me.
worth of money from mainland China and Hong Kong are also currently invested in Singapore.
Interesting.
But that's still second to the
Actually, it is
even
interesting,
more
Lucian.
massive $428 billion that's currently invested in Singapore from the
So
United
so it's a matter of wow, that's actually kind of messed up, no? So it's a matter of race or financial power. Yeah, that's an option that that is toxic. Jesus Christ. Why is this toxic relationship?
States. According to data from the American Chamber of Commerce in Singapore, US-based companies currently employ more than 200,000 people in Singapore, which is about 6% of the entire country's labor force. Singapore simultaneously hosts the headquarters of Chinese firms like TikTok and the regional headquarters of ByteDance and Alibaba, along with the regional headquarters of American firms like Apple, Alphabet, Meta, and Microsoft. Singapore is trying to
Alphabet, Meta, right? I forgot Google changed to that.
maintain as much of a neutral, balanced position between Beijing and Washington as possible, but it's growing increasingly difficult for them to continue. Since 1990, Singapore has maintained a memorandum of understanding with the United States that allows the U.S. military to access Singapore's naval and air bases that provide logistical support to U.S. naval vessels and aircraft. Singapore's Changi Naval Base can and frequently does accommodate U.S. aircraft carriers for logistical support as they travel between the Pacific and Indian Ocean theaters. Despite that, and all of their purchases of U.S. military hardware, however, Singapore maintains close military ties with China as well, including an active defense agreement, joint military exercises with the People's Liberation Army, and a visiting forces agreement. In the worst-case scenario, then, if a conflict erupts between the United States and China in the near future over the status of Taiwan, both Beijing and Washington will be likely to try and pressure Singapore into choosing a side between them because of Singapore's strategic location and military potential. Singapore controls the gates through which virtually all of China's imports of oil and gas flow through, and China will do whatever it takes to keep those gates open, while America will do whatever it can to seal them shut in a conflict scenario. If the US pressured Singapore to apply economic sanctions against China, then Chinese capital and money would rush itself out of the country and crush the economy. And on the other hand, if Singapore refused to cooperate with American sanctions, then America could just impose restrictions on Singapore's own access to the US dollar financial system, which is the backbone of Singapore's banking and finance industries that would also crush the economy. It's a horrifying prospect.
But if you think about it, right, Singapore's finance, I guess. Oh yeah, that's true. I guess maybe because of that, right? Then like, wouldn't Singapore kind of function like Japan then? Because then that's not there. That's not good, right? Yeah, never mind. Scratch that.
For the country that has so successfully ridden the wave of globalization over the past 60 years since it was ejected against its will from Malaysia. Indeed, it has been the unprecedented era of openness, connectivity, and free access to the seas in the modern era of globalization that has enabled Singapore to grow so wildly successful and overpowered relative to its size. And in the future, the potential breakdown of that same era of globalization and the increasingly confrontational relationship between Singapore's two largest
hate
investors
decisions,
will present
guys.
the greatest challenge
Don't
to the
just
city-state
fucking
yet
hate
in its relatively
decisions.
short history
God
of
damn,
independence.
fuck decisions.
Singapore's ability to maintain its
It's
status
so
as the
bad.
most overpowered state in Asia will be tested like it never has before. And the PAP's ability to guide the country through the typhoon ahead will show whether or not the next 60 years of Singapore's history will be as wildly successful as its past 60 years have been. But the PAP has carefully guided the country through enormous existential challenges before, and I believe that it is as well prepared as any other power to handle whatever lies ahead. Now, there's a lot of data that goes into producing these kinds of videos, whether it's visually showing the scale of
Amazing.
Singapore and other countries
Wow.
from an economic size perspective, detailing how Singapore and Hong Kong's assets under management stack up, or showing you how the air forces of Singapore, Malaysia, and Indonesia all compare with one another. The ability to actually visualize raw data like this on the map instead of just reading about it in text format is exactly what makes learning about these kinds of complicated geopolitical subjects so
That looks like
fascinating
Wikipedia,
to
bro.
me. And it's why the Exploring Data Visually course is one of my favorite courses that I've ever taken.
Oh my
with
God,
this video
sponsor,
brilliant.
guys.
They start out by teaching some
Whoa.
real bare bones fundamentals through interactive exercises and
I'm just gonna
street
skip
tests. It's first you learn or by clicking the link down below in the description. And best of all, you'll also get 20%
Click
off
the link,
of an
I guess,
annual preview
guys.
at the same time.
Sponsor. Wow, sponsor. Wow. Get a sponsor. Wow. What is this? Oh no, wait. What's this?
Was my career. Usually,
Isn't this like a pretty good like channel for like documentaries? I remember. Oh no, yeah, but it's a bit too technical. I think it's fine. I'm okay. I'm okay without it. That's interesting though. You gotta admit that is. Oh, that was that. Like I mean, again, I am in that. I am in the country of question. Yeah, but the thing is, we have so much. We okay. This is a problem. It's like this is a problem when you're friends with everyone. You know, this is the same exact problem you encounter when you're friends with everyone. Because you're friends with everyone, right? Everyone wants you, and because of that, there's so many decisions to make. And oh my god, I'll tweak my shit. I could never. I'm glad. I never have to like actually what call this? Never actually have to make such crazy decisions just to be able to like stabilize like either the country or something like that. Yeah, no. Jesus Christ, I could never. Jesus, no. Like I this is why I hate political stuff. Yeah, my brain can't handle it. My brain cannot handle it. I understand what the consequences are, and I understand like all those, but that's about it. I would not want to like develop anything more past this, level of knowledge for like political stuff. I think it's a bit too much. Yeah, for little me. No, but for me seriously, I could never. Yeah. Even though it doesn't sound like a bad idea to learn more about stuff like this, but I also think like if you do actually learn about stuff like this and you get it wrong, people are just gonna get mad at you. Yeah. It's quite scary. Oh, what time is it now actually? What time is it now? Do I really wanna go EPD? I mean, I could go EPD. Yeah. It's not exactly a bad idea. Yeah. Okay, what? How long has the stream going? 2 hours. 2 hours stream lah. Nah. Guys, let's play games for 1 hour, shall we? Yeah. I still wanna play a bit of Uma Musume though. Let's play Uma game. Let's play the Uma game, guys. Let's play the Uma game. Yeah. Not bad, not a bad idea, yeah? Play Uma game. I've been trying to get Super Creek to go up. This is the thing. Super Creek has been so difficult when it comes down to trying to go up. Wait, Super... No, what's this? Uma. There you go. Pretty Derby. Pretty Derby. Uma Musume Pretty Derby. Okay. Yeah. That was actually quite like interesting. Not gonna lie. Yeah, even though it is 1 year old, but it is still very interesting because I think it's the end of the day, right? The vast difference between each like basically development that we make, right? At least for Singapore, right? It's always going to be huge. Yeah. It's kind of how it is. Genuinely, that's just kind of how it is. Does it work? Shit. What? Oh, did I accidentally press something? Oh no, I did not. Okay. Why is it not capturing? Shit, it's one of these. Oh my god, it's not. God damn it, Uma game. There you go. Fine, let's just run it like this. Uma game. Let's play Uma game. I really need to get like my shit together when I'm playing Uma Musume, honestly. I really do. I'm still so bad when it comes down to trying to like balance out my team. Currently right now I think my build is great. Like there's no reason to change this build, but it's very difficult to upkeep certain things. Yeah, it's very difficult. That's what. Oh, this card has special. Oh my god, wait, I should have maxed it out as well. Yeah, this is not bad. This card is not bad. I should have gotten the uncapped version of. Oh my god, bro, I actually threw. Nah, it's fine. It's fine. I mean, it's not bad, but damn, I definitely could have done better for this one. Let me see. Pace Chaser, preferred position. What's this? Oh, wait, that's kind of nuts. Wait, that's kind of nuts. Oh my god, I didn't realize. Fine, let's go with this one. I didn't realize. Oh my god, I'm actually an idiot. Oh, but special priority a bit low though. Damn, look at the special priority difference. Killer Toons is a bit difficult to use. That's why I'm trying not to go with it as well. Oof. Okay, this one's quite difficult. This choice, the choice is quite hard. Oh, I wish I have upped this one as well, but it's fine. This is fine. So far, I think what I have now is decent, but it's not perfect. It's definitely not perfect. Yeah. Ding 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 ding. I think I have 6. 7. I have 7. Nah, I'm not gonna touch that. Fucking. I'm not gonna touch that. Yeah, it's okay. Okay, oh shit, why did I press back? Okay. Let's try the train, okay everybody. Let's try the train. Keyword is train. I think I'll just train like maybe a few horses. I won't be going too hard on this. Yeah, because I think if I go too hard on this, probably won't have a good time. Okay. Trainer-san. Yes. Me need this in my life right now. Oof. They do say that a horse kick is able to just insta-kill you, so you know there is. I'm pretty certain Oguri Cap is dead, guys. That's all I'm gonna say. I think she's kinda dead. Yeah. She is kinda dead, I think. No, thank you.
悩んだらまず試してみましょう。大丈夫です。失敗しても次に活かせばいいんですから。
Okay, let me add a sound filter on the sound alerts actually. Gain, limiter. There you go. I think the limiter, I'm gonna put like...
私たちのペースで頑張りましょうね。
Put it at 9 decibels, I guess? No, that's fine. Yep. Okay, let's continue. Let's continue making horse. Yeah, I almost continued the sentence in a crazy manner. Okay, let's not let's not think about what I almost just said.
始めましょう。
Da, 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 da. Do, 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 do. Why would everyone end the card? They say end this card. Why? That's a horrible idea. No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not torturing myself. I already do that enough.
真剣。行きましょうか。
Okay. Let's see.
ごめんなさい。さあ、今日も始めましょう。
Oh no, guys, I'm falling asleep. Lord save me, guys. Can someone like throw something at my face? I swear I need to not fall asleep while I'm training a fucking horse. Please don't let me fall asleep while I'm training a horse. I'm so tired.
今日は何をし
Okay, but I'm not that tired. It's because most likely because I did exercise just now. Yeah, me exercising actually helped out a lot. Yeah.
昨日の夜、
Do, 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 do. Humu humu. Guys, she humu humu.
今日も無理せず。
Okay, so far still okay. Not too bad, I would say. No, 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 no. God, I'm so tired. Yeah, let's put that into power.
体調も
Yeah, it's better for me to put that into like because the reason why I'm not there's one skill that it's gonna look like I don't care or give a flying rat's ass about. It's actually stamina because I have a lot of things that will up stamina. So because of that, there's not really much reason for me to do anything else. Yeah. That's one thing about this, yeah. I do not really do anything else. Yeah. Oh, Lord save me. Lord save me. But I do feel bad for people who just started this game though, because it genuinely is like, it takes a while to get used to it, yeah. And the number of people who always say that you're playing a Guna game, you just have to ignore them. There's so many people who say that this is a Guna game. And I just refuse to listen to them because like, they don't understand how it feels to play this game. This game is really different. Like, it's genuinely different from other games that I've ever touched, by the way. Yeah. Ooh, that's huge. Okay. What the f- What the f- Did someone scream in my neighborhood? What the fuck is going on? Bro. Can you like stop doing that? And like basically scaring everyone and me? Jesus. What's wrong with people? Holy shit. I can hear that, by the way. It was fucking clear. Hajime. Hajime, 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 Hajime. Okay, so far kinda good, I guess. Okay. My only worry now is that most likely I'll struggle when I'm doing the hopeful sticks, yeah. That's my worry right now. When it comes down to it, at least. Did she just call a cow a strange creature? It's a cow. It's not that deep. It doesn't even think that deeply, little bro. Oh, you gotta go work? Oh, it's okay, it's okay. No worries, no worries. Hopefully you have a decent time at work, okay? I don't want to say good time because no one actually truly has a good time at work, so... Yeah, but I hope you have a decent time at work, okay? Yes, yes. Yeah, no one really has a good time at work. So whenever I say have a good time at work, right, it does feel a little bit disingenuous. So, yeah. Okay, I just hope that she will do decently. Yeah, I don't need her to do spectacularly, but at least... Okay, good. Oh my god! Life is... Okay, I'm winning in life right now. Holy shit. Actually winning in life, really. Yeah. Make sure have a time at work, okay? I just skipped out time. I just skipped out have a good time. Why are they so fucking powerful? What the dude? Is it intentional? I do feel like this one, the horse is quite rigged. Yeah. This one genuinely quite rigged. Yeah. No! Okay. I almost lost actually. Okay. I don't need anything. Nice. Shit, which one should I go for? You know what, I'm gonna go for this one, because at least I'll be upping Roy. Yeah, maybe I can up Roy a bit, and then we'll just see where I go from there. Late Soldier, she's not like such a stupid Roy! And you're supposed to be a smart person, Roy. What the f... Super Creek is not close to a Late Soldier, by the way. Not even close. So if anything, she's ass at it. Okay. Hajime. Come on, let's go. We Hajimeing in this house. These are all useless. God damn. Okay, never mind, it's okay. We deal with these. Oh, 10, okay. 10 lengths is not bad. God, I want to sleep so bad. Yeah, after this, guys, I'm gonna go sleep. Yeah, because before this, I did edit. Plus, I also went to go fix my bike. So, drowsiness is unfortunately now my dictionary.
ごめんなさい。
I think that's a very good way to say it, you know?
なんだか
Yeah, drowsiness is my dictionary right now. It really is. There you go. I think it's fine.
いつも一緒。行きましょうか。
Gods. Come on, give me something good, please. No, it's white. No, I'm just kidding. I do want it yellow though.
体から力が溢れてきます。
Out of context, that sounds insane, by the way. Now they want it. Out of context, that sounds crazy. Guys, just don't put this out of context ever, okay? The potential to cancel me is really high because of what I just said. Should be honest and apologize.
なんだか足が重くて。
Oh, I'm so tired.
悩んだら張り切っていこ
Okay, I'm gonna harikite this. Bounce back even better than before. Because she still has at least half.
う。今日は
At least half is like good enough to be able to guarantee like the luck that I'm gonna get to be able to get my horse to use that. What do you call this? To use that skill, I guess? Yeah. God. Stop yawning. I keep yawning. I keep fucking yawning. Help me. It's not good that I'm yawning, by the way.
なん
Kikuasho! Ow, my fucking wrist. Why is my wrist suddenly having some kind of weird carpal tunneling situation? It does not feel good, by the way. My wrist feels like it's
くだ
popping.
さいね。
Bad.
みんなの努力の結果ですね。
Yep, after this I'm going to bed. Okay, everybody. The one Uma
昨
game.
日の夜始めましょう。
Hajime. Okay. Page Chaser Savvy, you gave me both. And for what? What's the point? Seriously. Guys are getting tired. This is bad. I'm gonna bomb. I'm actually gonna. I need to stop saying things like that. I swear. I'm just gonna get myself in trouble by saying things like that.
頑張りますよ。
Gonna bomb is crazy. Okay, then sumo wrestling tournament to get power.
予定は決まりました。
Okay, this one.
始めましょう。ごめんなさい。少し。
Oh Lord, save me. I'm actually falling asleep. Again, it's not the game's fault. It's just me. I'm just very tired.
今日は何？
Yeah, the game is fine. The game is, in fact, I love the game.
張り切っていこ
I may not sound excited, it's because I'm just really tired, okay? Oh god. Oh god. I'm falling asleep. No, don't fall asleep yet. I can't get away from the Kita-san. I'm sorry, dude. You gotta work hard. I'm sorry, dude. You gotta work hard. You gotta fucking work hard, Leo bro. I'm sorry, man. That's holy shit. It's like, I'm sorry, dude. You know, I'm just gonna purposely do this because it's triple. A triple is always nice. Yeah, you can never have enough Kita-san blacks, unfortunately for you. No, I want the two cards that I want now is no, because I'm trying to train what I call this. I'm trying to train this super crick, right? To have triple stamina, but triple stamina because we don't have the fucking JP Spark gacha system.
任せてくださいね
So it's just S. The reason why I put Kita-san right inside right, is because it's what keeps her consistent to win. I need her to win in order to get like a good stat for parenting, and specifically what I call this stamina parenting. Yeah, I want a 9-star super crit. I want a 9-spark super crit with Pace Chaser, Turf, and URA final. If I can get her. Keyword is if.
さあ
Okay?
今日
Yeah. And I don't even know if that's possible. I genuinely don't even know if that's possible at all. You wanna know why? Because the gacha doesn't fucking work.
いつも一緒
Specifically, right, the one that I want right, is the gacha that you get in the JP version of this game. That gacha, the one that you can gacha the sparks. You can gacha the sparks from like a guts, right, to like a stamina or speed or weights. You can gacha that shit. But no, English version have to get it later. It's like, fuck off, bro. Give it to me now. It's literally stunting my...
頑張りますよ
It's the reason... In fact, right now, that is the reason why I do not want to really play this game that crazily. Oh, Rudolph? Rudolph is not bad, yeah. Rudolph is pretty solid. Yeah. It's that reason alone that's why I don't want to play this game as often, by the way. Yeah. It's the fact that there's... I don't mind having the illusion of choice, but I want to be able to gacha. That's all. That's all I want in my life. It's just... I just want to be able to gacha, that's all. But no. Okay, so far still quite safe. What's the main stat to focus on medium length? Power. Easily power and speed. You stamina, you just need at least 800 to 1k? No, 800, 700, 900, yeah, around that, around 800-ish. Yeah, and then you need weights, right, to activate as many skills as possible for yeah. You need weights as many, you need weights, okay, honestly weights, you just need it all the time. Yeah. The reason why I don't mention about guts, right, because even if you duo, right, there's no point. Because things that you want to win the duo, just have higher weights. Activate all your skills. Simple as that. Yeah. Why think so hard? Why think so hard? 700 is not enough. I can tell you this, 700 is not enough. It's barely enough to get you stable in Chemi. Yeah. It's barely enough to get you stable in Chemi, by the way. Lost at UR. Oh, that's unfortunate, dude. That's really unfortunate. I study this game way too much, dude. It's literally an addiction. It's bad. I fucking broke my mind every time whenever I'm playing this game. Fucking carrot. Dude, I study this game to right down to the timeline of when the cards that I want is gonna come, by the way. I study it down to that level already. So honestly, this game right now, right, there is 0 point of training. Like I would rather wait. Right now I'm just stockpiling money, right, to be able to get the cards that I want. Then when the spark gacha comes in, right, then I will start playing this game more regularly. Because right now if you play, right, it's just waste. You'll never get the horse you want or need. So what? So at that point, right, then what's the point of playing the game? You'll never be able to get like a decent enough stat. Yeah. No, Oguri Cap is here. Yeah, by the way, fucking festive Oguri Cap. I recommend getting festive Oguri Cap, okay? Yeah. That recovery, the choice of being able to activate your recovery at any given time is quite powerful. I recommend getting that. Okay? I'm gonna drop that small little kit for you there. Yeah. You want that. Yeah. Yes, fat Oguri Cat be eating, yeah. Oguri Cat be eating. Yeah, but I will get festive Oguri Cat if you can. Yeah, if you can. But if you cannot, then fine. You know. Yeah. Cause currently, Oguri Cap, if you are serious about this game, right, and you get Oguri Cap, right, you have a 2 years advantage compared to everyone else in terms of the type of horse you have. 2 years. That's how far ahead. That's how far ahead you need to think. Yeah. So if you're lucky enough to even get her, okay. Yeah. Okay. Currently now there's really nothing much, eh? Yeah. So but it highly depends if you can even get her. Yeah. The ID okay, for me I also got Majiro Dober as well. Reason why I got Majiro Dober? Easy. One of the strongest late surger cards, late surger characters you'll ever see. I think, right, as of right now. Majiro Dober. Like 4 years later, right, 4 years from now, you'll still see her being used. Because Majiro Dober is, I think her skill, right, is like something along the lines of one of the most powerful late surger skills you ever have in your deck, basically. Yeah. Literally one of the most powerful late surgers you'll see in your deck. Yeah, if you can get it. Yeah. You see how I'm in 10 no-show spring? Do you see how I'm in 10 no-show spring, right? For Super Crit, right? And I already have A tier stamina. You see how much I'm fucking meta gaming? It's disgusting. I'm honestly like meta gaming like crazy. Yeah. Like, and you see the legacies that I went off for as well. You see? Like, okay, this one is not enough. Okay. See? She is okay. Right now, this one is 7 spark stamina, 9 spark stamina. We still use Majiro Dober. You'll use Megiro Dober if you want to train it Surger at a very high level. Yes. For the JP side. For the JP side. Yeah. At least that's what that's what I've read up on. Yeah, Megiro Dober still being used. Yeah. At least my friend is still using Megiro Dober. Yeah, I have a friend who regularly plays like the JP side. I don't really touch on JP side, but I look up on her skill, I can see why. Yeah. For late surges, again. But the thing is that no one really touches late surges, so most people will probably be touching maybe on like what do you call this? Most people will probably be touching on what do you call this? More pace chaser still. So if you're still gonna be touching on pace chaser, will be like Still in Love. Will be like Still in Love. And probably the latest one, if it ever comes out, I don't know when it will ever come out. Maybe Almond Eye. Either Almond Eye or Duramente. Yeah. That falls. Yeah, if those ever come out, yeah. If those ever come out. Yeah. There is if you ever get those. Yeah, so but those are about a bit more crazy. Yeah, those are a bit more crazy already. Those are like, if you want to gacha your life away, go ahead. If you really want to gacha your life away, go on right ahead. Yeah. It's not false. It's not false. If you see the skills of Megiro Dober, right? I don't see, right? Ruby. Oh yeah, no, Ruby is also good. No, but the thing is that the end of the day, right? Megiro Dober is still being used. We are not just saying like the best of the best, but still being used 4 years from now. Megiro Dober is still one of them. I'm pretty certain she's still one of them. If you see her skills correctly, if I'm not wrong, Megiro Dober. I do have her also. Yeah. GP late surger. Later surger. Later surger. Yeah. But again, for a consistent is Dober. For a consistent one is Dober. Cause you're not gonna get Ruby and Grand Algaria like for the next like 2 years? That's why I was like, good, you dude. Yeah. That's why I was like, hell no, bro. Yeah. Literally, you just die. It's okay, and that says a lot. The fact that it's okay. It shouldn't be okay. If anything, right, Dober should not be viable anymore because there's so many horses. Yeah. Dober should not be viable anymore. Okay, wait. It's her unique Excel. It's her Excel. Yeah. You see her skill where it's like I think, yeah, her and versus like Ruby, JPN, Uma, Ruby. But it's good for C or B tier, yeah. The Excel is okay, yeah. No, the one that I want to be in global, right, is Goroshi. Oh my god, the skill that triggers other skills. Oh my god, bro. I fucking hell, I want that so badly. But the thing is that, oh my god, I will literally tear my hair out just trying to get that shit. No. If only that was in global. If only that was in global. Bro, that would change the game. It would change the entire fucking platform, bro. Gorokshi. Yeah. The Gorokshi skill. Yeah. If you ever get it right, it's like... Yeah, there are cards that give that skill. Yeah, but the thing is that if only it was in global. If only it was in global. Yeah. You'll never see a JP horse without it. You'll never see a JP horse without it because it's so overpowered. I'm a speedrun in Bakushin. Oh yeah, no, actually that Bakushin is also a pretty good one to train. Yeah, if you want to do speedruns. Bro, I was like, dude, come on, man, cut me some slack there. Oh, Oguri Final is so good. Yeah, Oguri Final is so good. I think also like festive Oguri Cap is also really good still. The one horse that I don't know if I wanna spend. I don't know if I wanna spend on festive Oguri. I know it's good, but the thing is that fine motion is coming this much. Fuck. Yeah. Yeah, I know it's going to be worth. I know it's going to be worth. Don't get me wrong, you know. I know it's going to be worth. Yeah. But again, my ideology now is that, right, get 5 motion card, which yes, 5 motion card is really good. Dude, that's why I'm crying, man. Dude, I got a shit, dude. I'm gonna take a shit, man. Seriously, dude. Oh my god. It's fine. Well, why is the game upside down? Huh? Okay, wait, never mind, it's fine. I'm just gonna do that first. Fuck it. Either ways right now, right, my how I'm training my horse, right, is to explain what I'm trying to do right now is Super Creek, right? My Super Creek, she needs to be 9 spark stamina Super Creek. Yeah, that's why I'm just bum rushing. I'm just training her. Because I want to make my like legacy horses, right, have the skills ready already. Like have the what you call this, the blue sparks ready for stamina. That way I can use the cards, right, to diversify every of my other skill, which has worked really fucking well for me at certain points. But the problem is, right, I don't have them at 9 spark yet, and that's the toughest point that I still haven't figured out how to do properly yet. Yeah, it's hard. It's hard. That part is just difficult. Yeah. Because once I set that up correctly, right, once I set that up properly, right, dude, I don't have to care about stamina anymore, bro. I can just slam all the speed into I can just slam all of the speed cards, right, into my support cards, right. Boom, bro. I can just do that. I can just do that. And then I can just if I want to, I can just throw Rico right at the end. Boom, done. No one needs to give a flying rat's ass about stamina anymore, dude. I want that to be my life, man. I want that to be my life. Oh well. I do know that Guts will become more powerful, but because Haru Urara is around, right, I'm not really thinking too much about Guts, yeah. Guts will become more powerful, but the day that it becomes more powerful is the day that there will be a more powerful Guts card, so yeah, I'm not caring about it. There's no reason to care about it. Yeah. There's absolutely no reason to care about it. Yeah. It's fine, I guess. Yeah, those people who care a lot about guts, I'm like, okay, sure, whatever, you do you. Whatever makes you happy, I guess. Sure. Okay. You know I'm gonna rest first. Actually, no. Oh yeah, no, my Haru Guts card is maxed out. I uncapped it already. Mine is I immediately uncapped it. Yeah. I immediately uncapped it. I need to get her stamina to 950 first. Gentle donut speed card, yes, you're right about that. Yes. Fuck. Damn it, she failed. Never mind, it's okay. Yeah, gentle donut speed card is really good. Yeah, no, that's also another really viable one. No, you know I'll be better than gentle donut. No, than Kita-san Black. Duramente. Boom. Duramente. Yeah. Pace Chaser El Condor pass up for you. You know what's the funny thing? You say that, right? You say that, but the funny thing is that oh, I thought you said the Uma that is for me is El Condor Pasa. No. I for me, right now I would say, right, is Fuji Kiseki. Yeah. That's the horse for me. Yeah. I'm more of a Fuji Kiseki guy type of guy. Her Fuji Kisekis can keep me in, bro. Like for real. Yeah, me talking about. Oh yeah, no, I actually can't wait for the day that a better Kita-san card comes out. Yeah. But Kita-san will still be viable for a really long time, so I think that's something that I don't have to worry about, like, for a while. Actually, I really don't need to worry about that for a while. I was tempted to try to push my cards to a UG, but that will mean I need to like shield out more money. So fuck that. Yeah, that will mean I need to shield out more money, and I don't really want to deal with that now. Yeah, I don't really want to shield out more money like that. Yeah. Okay, where is Swinging Maestro, Professor Curvature? Nah, it's fine. I don't really need that yet. Oh, raid, yeah. Kita-san raid is kind of nuts. Okay, now it's a final Arima Kinen. I'm just gonna up my stats. She's going to get it. I'm confident. Please. Give me speed. No, not speed. Give me stamina. Oh my god, give me stamina. I don't really care. This one, I don't really care if I lose. Because she already has enough to get 3 spark stamina. I just need her to be 3 spark stamina, please. For the life of me, just give me 3 spark stam. Oh my god, dude. I know most people are like focusing on like what's this? People are like focusing on what's the one? A lot of people are focusing on speed and like power and whatnot. But I don't know. I have not. Fun fact: I have not built a horse for any other race because I have not gotten a 9 spark stamina. It's been very stressful for me. Not gonna lie, it's been very stressful for me. I really want it to be. I really want that 9 spark. That's the thing. It's desperate. I'm desperate already. I've reached desperate points already. Yeah. That's why I haven't played this game a lot. Because I haven't gotten it. Yeah. I've been so desperate, dude. I've been so fucking desperate. It's scary how desperate I have been. Yeah.
悩んだら
Shit. I mean, I could purposely up stamina just so that I can have a smidget of a chance to get what do you call this? Fine. This is just a fucking baby ass chance just to get. I'm gonna cry, man.
トレーナーさんが
Okay. Just a tiniest chance just to get. It's like something like how many percent? How many percent? What's the percent? It's like 5% when you hit 1,150. It's fucking stupid. It's like 5% chance. I hate it. I hate it. If it's insulting me, oh my god, they dangle that shit in front of my face.
やるわよ。合体は
Okay, I'm gonna do that because I see big number and I like big number. I'm sorry. Yes, this one. Actually, wait, no. I'm gonna have double of that. Actually, nah, never mind. No need double. Okay. I'm gonna up something else actually. No, there's nothing. No, there's nothing. Oh yeah, there's nothing. Never mind. All I've got, sleep stream. Never mind. Oh, that's fine. That's fine.
トレーナー
She has pretty good skills though. I gotta say, she has decent skills. She has really good skills, like decent ones. Usually, Super Quick doesn't even give anything very decent. I think she should do fine. She'll do okay. Until I get like 9, I think full stamina, right? I probably won't be able to get a decent stat for my horse for a while. Who the fuck are you dueling? Shit. I forgot. They probably have some insane stats now. Yeah. They have the insane stat going on. I wanna watch though. Fuck. Yeah, she'll get first. Never mind. She'll get first. It's okay. She'll get first. Easy game. Easy game. Okay, there you go. Carrot supplements. Nothing too crazy, I suppose, yeah. Now this is just hoping that I can actually get something good out of this. Acha. Oh yeah, I still got some money. Increase velocity on the street, increase acceleration. This. For the fuck of it. I mean, you know what, no. There's no reason for me to up this one. This one, then this one. And then... anything else? No. Sleep stream? No. Sleep stream would be nice though. But, nah, it's okay. I think ramp up and home stretch. That's not bad. That's not bad for now, yeah. It's pretty good. Maybe, you know what, sure. Fine, fuck it. Fuck it. Yeah. Ichecha. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, I need at least 20 if I want to make this horse ever viable, but it will never happen, so it's fine. It's always guts. It's always guts. Bro, I trained 3 super cricks in a row and it's all guts. Fucking hell. Dude, I want that fucking... Ugh, I want that gacha so bad. I want the gacha so bad. Oh my god. And she even won Hopeful S. I hate this game. I hate this game so much. And she got Pace Chaser also, which is not bad. This is not horrible. Honestly, this is actually still okay. I can work with this, but damn, it's fine. Whatever. Look at that, 20 mil. Bro. Sunken cost fallacy right there. 20 million, bro. How many super creeks had to be sacrificed for that number, bro? What the hell? Like, dude. Yes, I'm sorry, but that's just how it is. Okay. Consume 6. Complete. She should get... Okay, she get first all. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'm staying at class 5 because I'm not training my horse to be able to climb, so it's okay. It's okay. It hurts a little bit, but it's fine. It hurts a little bit, not gonna lie. I have to go for the most bottom one because I will always lose if I go for the top, so I can't go for the top one. Yeah, I'll lose really badly if I go for the top one, so no. Okay, now I just need to get like almost 500 and then just kind of whack. Just whack until I can. Okay, just keep whacking it. Hopefully. There you go, race again. Actually, now I think about it, which horse has the Sunny? I remember I got 1 or 2 horses which have Sunny, I'm not sure. It might help that enemy, but fuck it. I need more skills triggered, come on. Gun! Never mind, it's fine. E-type. Ouch. Low-key hurt. Low-key, my feelings were low-key hurt. You know what, let's just hit on with this. I'll probably suffer, but it's fine. Instant loss, bro. Boom! Oh, actually not that bad. Actually not that bad. Oh no. Yeah, this is tough. Fucking hell, how do you get all those? That's unfortunate. Never mind then. It's okay, I will try not to demote again, but I most likely will have to demote because of one very specific reason. There are a lot of better players now. Yeah. Or more like there are more people cashing in now than any other time, so... Yeah... Okay lah, I'm done. I think for today's stream, this is comfortable enough for moi. Yes. This is comfortable enough for me today at least. I would say. But other than that, yeah, I think hopefully you guys enjoyed today's stream, and you know what? Today let's rate someone. Let's give someone like a good a good day. Yeah, let's see who do we want to rate. I haven't rated anyone in like God knows how long. Jesus. Who do we want to rate? Who do we want to rate? Or maybe I don't rate anyone now. I don't know. Remove. Okay, let's see. Do I rate anyone now? Oh, I do wonder if it's a good time to rate anyone now. Also, show more. Dum, dum. Yeah, no. I think I'm fine for now. I think I'm fine for now. It's okay. I'm okay for now. I think no rates for today. I want to go sleep like now. But other than that, yeah, I think other than that, I'll see you guys real freaking soon, okay? Yeah. And yeah. Join Minashan. I will upload this into the most likely I'll create a Vods channel. Yeah, I think that's probably the best plan. Just a Vods channel. Yeah, because we can't keep doing this because of YouTube. But yeah, I'll see you guys real soon.